Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Adjusting myself. I don't recall it being this high up. There, that's much better. Alright, just scrolling through some stuff. We've got quite a few things to look at tonight. There's this one topic that we're going to take a look at that we haven't talked about in a while, but we'll get there when we get there. Hello there, Brett. Just looking through some stuff. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Yeah. I do have some really, really good news to share, but give me a moment. I'll share it with the moment. Alright, you know what? I may as well share it right now, so that way we can discuss it. So I went to play DDR yesterday, as per usual, on a Tuesday night, and you went to a harvest festival and got vegetables. Nice, that's nice. Nice to hear. I went to play DDR yesterday, and guess what? I just surpassed a major milestone, literally last night. And it was done in a way that I wasn't exactly expecting. And allow me to show you what I mean. But you went swimming as well, lane 6 and 5, nice. But here, allow me to show you the milestone in question. I just got my first level 18 AAA. And when I got this, I shouted a big fat yes because of how excited that I was to have gotten it. As you can see, I got a AAA on Megalovania's challenge chart, which is a level 18. The thing is, initially, I wanted my first 18 AAA to be max 360, but there's always some part of the song, of that song, that I'm always messing up. You love it? Thank you. Which I will show you the chart so that you guys can know what it looks like. And one of the gimmicks of the Undertale songs is that most of their charts contain chalk arrows, and I was able to avoid every single one of them. But yeah, unfortunately, I was a little too fast. I've been going too fast as of lately. You can see that it's 57 compared to 39, but no. 2 misses as well. That's really good. It's a really good score, and I was so happy. Most of this up score, my previous score was like a 9. It was either a 9.6 something or a 9.7 something, and most of my up score was at the very end, because the very end I'm already like so tired that it's hard to focus. But when I saw that I got a 20,000 up score by the end, I was like, oh my god, please. And yes. Oh my, unfortunately, well, and I also got it, if you look at that magenta flare, I got flare gauge 9, which is the second highest flare that you can get. The highest is EX, but yeah, with the perfect count that I got being 90, there was no way I was going to get the EX, because it's very, very difficult, especially for an 18, but it would be very nice to be able to do that, though. But not at this moment. So, I will show you. Well, I've played it live, but I didn't do that well because I don't have the quality of life improvements that the current version has. But I will show you guys what the chart looks like, specifically how to play it. 3 weeks until you go your first overseas trip to Gold Coast. All right, that'll be super fun. But I will show. I know where I messed up. There's a specific part towards the beginning that I messed up. I'll show it to you. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna get copy claimed because none of the streams that featured the Undertale songs ever got copy claimed. Well, they did. I mean, they were unaffected by any copy claims since it's just video game music. But yeah. Yeah, I know exactly where I messed up, so I'll show you guys that. Let me make sure, and then the music video in the background. Let me make sure that the volume is good on my end. Those are supposed to be shock arrows, but Step Mania doesn't really have them. I'm sure you remember what the shock arrows look like. Or if you don't, I can show you in a moment, but yeah, you don't step on, the gimmick of shock arrows is that you don't step on them. You have to make sure that your feet are off the panel. And you gotta jump, you either have to put your feet back in the center or you have to jump over it. Thankfully, the current version of the game, the shock arrows are much easier to avoid, so you can simply just jump over them without having to worry too much. But in the previous versions of the game, it was something like this was very difficult to avoid. And here's the speed up. And then here you see there's these crossovers here. Now, this song is actually slow enough that you can double step it like very easily, but it is a little easier to cross them over. And then you gotta jump over each and every single one of those. And I was able to avoid every single one of them, so I was happy about that. Okay, this is the part that I messed up, because apparently I turned the wrong way. Yeah, those are supposed to be crossed over. You could double step them. I should have double stepped them. Maybe I would have full comboed it, but you win some and you lose some, so. That was the part that I messed up. What's up? I got I got my first level 18 AAA, and I'm just showing Brett what the chart looks like. And I showed him the part that I messed up. And then the rest of the song, I was able to full combo it. This part can be very tricky if you're not fast enough. But all in all, going back on it, this chart is actually really fun if you can pull it off well. As difficult as it is. Okay, this part is actually kind of awkward. Especially this pattern. This pattern is actually very awkward. And then this part, you just kind of have to keep up with it. Like I said, you don't have to do the crossovers. You can double step it because it's slow enough, but in some cases, it's better to cross it over. And then this is the final slowdown, the ending. This is the part where I got the most up score. And there we go. I only messed up one part of the song, yet I was still somehow able to finally get the AAA on it. So I was very, very happy with this. So yeah. Oh, I should show you, Jack. Granted, you're probably not going to know how to interpret the score, but yeah, this is the score that I got on Megalovania. I'll zoom it in so that you can get a better look if you want to. But yeah, this is a really good score, and I'm so satisfied with it. I'm so happy with it. It's my first level 18 AAA, which I originally wanted it to be max 360, but there's always some part of that chart that I'm always messing up. Okay, now that I'm all warmed up, I actually do want to, let's go ahead and move on with some stuff. Yeah, cool. Thank you, Jack. So yeah. So I wanted to move on. I wanted to check out this video by WestJet about the BBNOS situation being insane, because we have a massive day for the unemployed. According to the description, WestJet goes over BB money drama regarding content copying, cosplays, and old songs with racism. Truly craziest internet drama of all time. For the unemployed. Unfortunately, I am employed, so it's not really that great a day for me. But I did make a video regarding BBNOS a long time ago, back when I was still using my PNG tuber. So I haven't really kept up with them in a while. All I know is that he's made gay thirst trap music videos and censored Asmongold's face in another music video, and is a friends with Hamas Piker. That's all you really need to know on that front. So I want to see what exactly is going on here, because, yeah, it's been a while.
Massive day for the unemployed. The internet is turning on Baby No Money. He's being called out.
Yo, they're cooking this guy on Instagram. Note to self, Ada does not like surprises. Well, thanks for Oh, I see. Now, in all honesty, this is some really nice cosplay. Well, so yeah. Okay, so this is BBNO copying this cosplay here. Grant, with the exact same caption and the exact same heart thingy, but no, this is a really nice cosplay though.
For content copying without credit, apparently ruining cosplays.
Oh, hell no, no. What the hell did I just see? No, don't do that to my boy Leon. No, BBNOS being racist. What's new? I don't know about that.
Racist.
Okay, the N-word counter. Oh, good lord. BBNOS lifted. Released under his SoundCloud in 2019. Check out. So, wait, I don't understand what's going on here. Question about a 2019 song.
I'm on Blog TV.
Don't know who Baby No Money is? Well, first of all, good for you.
Yeah, I didn't know about him until literally last year, I think.
Secondly, he's the most performative musician on the planet, pretty much doing and saying anything that'll get his music listeners. Self-proclaimed Gen Z Eminem.
No, you don't talk shit. No, okay, it looks like this is a job for me. I need everybody to follow me because we need a little controversy, because it's starting to feel a little empty with this guy here.
Apparently, he genuinely thinks he's
He's not. No, as someone who is gay, he's not attractive to me by any stretch of the imagination. No. What the hell is this thing hanging off his thigh? No, put that thing away. I don't need it.
Active. Bruh, somebody kick him out of the city. What
and I don't know whether or not he's obsessed with Mariah Carey.
the hell even is this?
I don't know. No. Next time, try using knives. It works better with close encounters because his right hand comes off.
Guys, what the f?
No, hell no.
Take him to Detroit. No!
Talk about birds of the same feather. Anyway, Baby No Backbone over here was pandering so hard to the leftist crowd, and they caught him saying the N-word.
Okay, I see. I mean, to be fair, I've had to stop myself from doing such things many times, but at least I've never said it out loud and on stream or anything like that. I don't know what the context of this is, but you know.
It's a GG Busta. A word I would never say, by the way.
GG Busta.
Alright, Baby No Money being racist. What's new?
Oh, he actually said it. No, I heard it. The hell is Diddy Blood? No, hell no. Get that shit out of my face.
As a white guy living in the suburbs, I could let this slide, but...
I mean, yeah, I mean... Whenever I recite certain rap lyrics that do have that word, I usually keep it to myself at the very least. If I was to ever make song covers of such songs that feature the N-word, I'd definitely at least self-censor it. Like, I know that, with regards to Gold Digger by Kanye West, it says he replaces it with broke. He said, now I'm saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
Wait, there's more. Released under his SoundCloud in 2019.
So it's an older song.
Check out this thread for why Baby No Money should not be supported. Maybe he just cosplayed a black guy. And
oh no, the inverse Uncle Ruckus.
And then I think that cosplay would get much less hate.
Whoa! Is that Blackface, dude?
Oh, geez. I know that. This is from Smiling Friends, I think.
Anyway, let's check out this thread for why Baby No Money shouldn't be supported. First off, he would have been a grown-ass man who should have known the implication of saying the N-word by 2019, and still, time isn't an apology. We still doing this in Big 26? I tell you all, no black person cares about the N-word unless they're a nerd who wears glasses.
Now it seemed like a lot
Okay. Well, okay, it sounds to me that you're... I don't know.
of the black guys are like a little softer, like a little bit. Like I saw a black guy with glasses the other day.
So, Urkel?
Streamer without indubious question is Asmongold Bay.
Oh, yeah. This was something that I think was brought up in the video that I was watching, where he had a tattoo. I don't think this was a tattoo. It may have been. But he mentioned Asmongold being one of his favorite streamers, only for him to disavow him because of some things that Asmon said.
It's like that Migos song, he'd do anything for clout. These weren't even public songs.
Hello, recently I've come across a song titled Lifted.
These were private songs off his SoundCloud, which Baby No Money
Were they private?
deleted, and the unemployed people on Reddit ended up finding them.
Of course they did.
Wait.
Well, I mean, I know that YouTube, if you private a video, or even if you delete it, YouTube still saves a record of it, but I don't know how, SoundCloud would work. BBNOS was 24. No one was being outwardly racist as a trend in 2019, so don't use it as an excuse. A black woman said he was racist to her in high school, so there's a pattern. But he's gay. That makes him immune.
Right.
Or at least I think he is. I can't tell anymore.
Baby No Money was 24 years old.
Oh, once again, I'm continuing the trend of where I read something only for the person making the video to read it instead.
No one was being outwardly racist as a trend in 2019. I was. So don't use it as an excuse. A black woman said he was racist to her in high school, so there's a pattern. Yeah, this dude's irredeemable. A black woman was speaking and he wasn't listening or
Oh, hell no.
learning. Let's slide over
Pretty
the
much.
N-word and look at something serious.
Yes, cosplay plagiarism.
Stealing a cosplay and not crediting. Yes, he finally credited me on Instagram after 13 hours after my call-out reel went viral, but he has not credited me on TikTok, whereas copycat TikTok went way more viral than my original TikTok post.
Oh, I see.
Folded like a MacBook and
Sorry for the delay on crediting, bitch. Shut up.
apologized for not crediting. So he finally gave credit just now after people started calling him out on TikTok, but holy sh**, he didn't think to credit me on the viral platform first. Just the platform I called him out on. He is so performative.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
Yeah, what gave it away? Pretty shameless, you know, the same caption,
Okay.
the same staging, except for some reason he's
No, why the hell is he wearing a thong?
wearing a thong. The only reason he even gave her credit is because of the, you know, the backlash.
The backlash. It's always that. It's like, I would like to apologize for what I did. It was very wrong of me, and I am very sorry. And I hope this apology impresses you, even though the woke mob made me do it, and I don't really mean it.
Speaking of backlash,
Oh, hell no. Him and his group of friends was like...
four other guys, I'd say. And him would walk past me and my friends sometimes and say, "Yo, what up? What up? We out here in the ghetto. We out here
Oh, hell
in the
no.
ghetto."
If you can't understand what you're saying, my brother, we out here in the ghetto.
Like, every time I would walk past them, it would mostly be him, like, saying those like, sayings, and then his, like, friends snickering.
you know what? I'd actually believe it. Makes sense why he
Yeah. At the time of recording, I was unaware of Asmongold's ethical
cropped
beliefs.
Asmongold out of his music video. I haven't seen Asmongold rip the N-word. Exploiting social
Yeah, I don't think I've heard him either.
trends and like gullible trans people to promote your music is the most kind of scummy thing you can do. It's sort of in line with like those corporations
Oh, yes, all of this stuff. They stopped doing it last year.
putting the Pride Month as their logo and then never doing it, showing they never actually cared.
Yeah, I made a video reacting to someone talking about it. Then that was also when I was first starting out.
His intent is getting money and listeners. It's very obvious.
Why
Well, he's in the music industry, let's be real.
now? But if you see somebody who did this thing
Oh, isn't that character from that one game that everyone was talking shit about?
to you on your TV randomly one
Maybe not. Oh, wait, is this the lady that was...
day, you're like, what?
What's your... Bibinos went to her high school and would call her the N-word as they would walk by, and that's your fan favorite Canada.
Now, there's a big difference between just ripping the N-word with your boys and saying it to a black person. That is insane.
Some of my best friends are trans.
We could tell. I'm gonna be sick.
I'm gonna I don't.
People were straight up bullying him for this. Baby No Money has been catching heat on the timeline after his viral Leon Kennedy cosplay.
This is what if he were getting on Fed.
This is what Leon would look like.
Oh my god. Oh, wait, I'm trying. No, this is what he would look like if the Las Plagas took him over.
If he were getting on fentanyl. Baby No Money bubble popped. Everybody hating him. I'm free.
Where he said if he gets 1 million likes, he will quit music. And he
does he?
ended up receiving 4 times what he asked for.
Oh, well then, it looks like it's time to hang the curtain.
And then he made it.
Or, no. I don't think that's the proper idiom. God damn it. You know what? I'm keeping it. Hang the curtain is going to be the new idiom for quitting something.
The sad post saying he was leaving, and then a month later came
He changed his mind, huh?
back saying it was all a troll.
I love how he got 4.2 million likes for him to quit.
One of which being people think he only follows the current thing at the time, or has the safest takes imaginable. An example of this being his opinion on AI, as if you didn't know he is heavily against AI art.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people are against AI art.
And he thinks you should always support and commission real artists.
This dude has talked.
And let me guess, he's fucked with AI a few times.
About AI art so much, the fact that people can't see through this performative nature is insane.
To all the AI artists in my DMs complaining about the post that I made yesterday, go f yourself.
Whoa, you're so brave, dude.
Yeah, as if nobody else has ever done that before.
My god, not this.
Oh, and then, yes, my avatar is in the way, but that's by design. These people don't need the spotlight.
This dude, bruh, you can't be making this up. Oh, this is deadass.
Okay.
Leech. He on whatever is the most popular, like flies on horse. I think Baby No Money hate is way too forced. I get that his music isn't the most complex, but I would much rather support an artist with good morals but makes bad music than an artist who makes good music but has bad morals. What a stupid ass take.
You could tell.
I would support Kanye 10 out of 10 times before Baby No Money. And I guess Kanye's music's pretty good too.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a lot of people's sentiment to what the fuck you just said.
Some of the more naive trans people will fight tooth and nail, not seeing the fact that he's using them to build a cult-like following. I get it. You feel underrepresented in society, and you're willing to look past his obvious pandering.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate truth.
Just because he gives you representation. But is it genuine? This is what you gotta ask.
It's not genuine, no. He makes gay thirst traps, and it does nothing for me.
Yourself. I'm just saying, if Adolf was popular, it probably put him on his chest too, just to increase his streaming numbers.
I don't.
Baby No Money bubble popped. Everybody hating him. I'm free.
No, this is what it looks like on the inside.
Okay, you know, this guy nailed it. Nobody has ever wanted to be famous as badly as this guy does.
Pre-show ritual. What the hell are you even holding, and what did you do to your hair?
Oh, and he also pissed off some K-pop stans because Jungkook from BTS danced to Baby No Money's song, and he apparently used it as an ad. And
what? Oh
pissed.
no.
Hate the game, not the player.
With the copious amount of posts he'll make on social media when he does have a new song, to the amount of people he
What the hell is this?
He will commission to make animated videos with his music, to him seemingly collaborating with every influencer that has or has recently gained a large following, and with him and his music being all over platforms like TikTok and YouTube.
I've never really heard of any of his music, besides just like 1 or 2, but that's like snippets of it.
Some people feel as though he's being forced down their throats and are experiencing so...
Yeah, Bibinos realizing that trend hopping and having himself animated for the 80th time doesn't make his music any less ass.
Called Baby No Money fatigue.
And again, I separate the art from the artist, and some of Baby No Money's songs are actually pretty decent.
I mean, I can imagine, but you can literally do the same with Kanye. The hell is this? Oh, wait, I thought that was Kanye. That's Diddy. Diddy versus Epstein. Let's go. The battle of the D-gens. Excuse me? I know Epstein is Jewish, but was this really necessary?
Yeah, I think this song, the AI Diddy versus Epstein. What are you gonna do about it?
Oh my god.
I've been just bullied online.
Good.
And I just don't. If I can't be.
You are the bully. I mean, you shouldn't. I mean, granted, you really. If someone's being a bully, you shouldn't want to beat them up. You should just. I don't know. At this point, anything goes on the internet, so we'll just have to make do with what we got. Here on this channel, we don't support bullying, but we also don't support I have no idea what I'm saying, but I'm sticking by it as is my shtick.
I'm obviously like a small little pillar online of positivity.
No, you're not.
I feel like there's so many more of my fans that are. I get messages every day from my fans, like my diehards, being like, I can't keep up with the negativity.
Pillar online of positivity. You. By practically, you mean not really.
Yeah, you might fool a 16-year-old with body dysmorphia, but you can't fool me, Busta. When a musician starts to get political, you know that their career is sort of on a decline because they're trying to get viewers by any means necessary.
Right.
Like, look at Little Pump and Trump. Try to tell me that dude is still relevant. You can't.
Little Pimp.
Baby
Little Pit.
No
I
Money
don't
has
get
come
it.
under fire from multiple artists online after many have come forward and stated that he is performative in regards to AI art and being pro-real artists, accusing him of offering promotion and retweets for artist commissions and then lying and not following through. Also lowballing them in terms of payment for their work and just generally haggling and acting unprofessional.
Oh, so like Butch Hartman.
Performative guy in front of the camera is a dickhead behind the scenes. Crazy.
Baby
Yeah.
No Money took to Twitter to post that he saw all the hate that he's getting online, but he simply doesn't give a f.
You guys are seeing the irony too, right? He's saying he doesn't give a f.
Yet he keeps talking about it anyway.
While tweeting about it. He's straight up contradicting himself. He's just misunderstood, guys. He's a pillar online of positivity. Time's up, Busta. Your immovable object has met an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
Now, another reason people hate Baby No Money is with the claim he is performative, or as some call him, Baby No Backbone. First we
Baby No Back.
Had Jellywig, now we have this.
That's
Jellywig. Who's got to up those numbers because Hamas Piker was humping in his girlfriend or wife's face, and it was like, that's crass. They are gonna keep getting
Israel's strongest,
corniest rapper ever.
Soldier, Baby No Money. You can't even make this up. I don't know how anything he does is related to Israel, but interesting stray, I guess.
It's the Hamas Piker orbit. Everything is Israel.
Finally, from the horse's mouth himself.
Muted words. Finally, so Baby No. Oh, I see. So he decided to blacklist these words. At least the things I blacklisted are to make an actual stand.
Finally, some peace and quiet.
No
Muted
offense.
Words. Baby No Money. Baby No Money.
Wait, he's
forever. I feel zero.
Wait, he's blacklisting his own nickname?
Pity for this man because, you know, he is a product of his own design. You built this community of losers who care about you rapping the N-word in a song 10 years ago. And you can do and say all the things on paper, but the second you're even a little out of line, these people are going to come for your neck. And no amount of collaborations will ever get these people back on your side.
Yeah. A little pillar online of positivity.
Fortunately, we ran out of time for this video.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the end of that. So very informative. At least we know what the hell he's up to, and he's up to no good, because that's no good, as Sonic says. But speaking of this, there's this next video that I wanted to take a look at that was uploaded a few days ago. One of the hashtags is witch, and it's the brainwashed cult of Hamas Piker. It's been a while since we've made since we talked about him on stream. It was like I kind of stopped doing the bingos because I couldn't. It was not necessarily that it was getting repetitive, but I just couldn't. I just didn't have too much to talk about. But I think it's only fair that we continue on the story because it needs to be said, even if not many people are going to pay attention to what I'm saying. At least it's helping getting the word out. It's not much, but it's something. And I'm hoping that one day they'll finally notice me and try to cancel me on Twitter, even though I don't have a Twitter account. So I want to see what happens at this point. Because it keeps on getting crazier. He keeps digging holes for himself. And god damn it, the way that he speaks.
Who has the worst fan base on the internet?
I would argue that it's...
Well, there are many candidates.
No way, bro, cancel class because Taylor Swift got engaged.
Dates for this title. A lot of these fan bases have bad reputations just because they're so big that the relatively small portion that are shitty happen to scream the loudest.
Right. You find this in every fandom.
However, some subjects are so rotten to the core that the bad ones take up close to, if not the majority of the entire fan base.
Yeah.
Enter in Hassan
the dog striker.
Oh, Hassan fans are so fucking dicked out. I'm
still mad at me because he shot the fuck out that dog, and it was an Israel campaign.
Made one video about this 5 days ago. They're still DMing me.
Oh, I've made several videos and I haven't had anyone DM me.
They're still commenting the most crazy. I don't know how TikTok is allowing this.
Because it's TikTok. What did you expect?
It said you black POS. Let me put that color on you and go to town. What?
And these are the people that are supposed to be inclusive, and yet they want to put a shock collar on a black person.
What the fuck?
Now, I've gotten negative comments from a variety of different fan bases, whether they're just critical.
That ruffled some feathers.
Or
yes, famous internet trolls explained in 6 minutes. Where's Leafy is here? I don't see him on that list. And then the 7 deadly streamer sits. I don't even... Oh, that's Jack Doherty. That's Asmongold. That's Destiny. I don't know who 3 of those are, though.
Outright hateful. And from my personal experience, the most vitriolic and hateful ones were from Hassan fans.
Right.
Believe it or not, though, I get off easy. Hassan Piker fans tend to be so politically extreme thanks to his radicalization, they will harass the crap out of many influencers to the point where people are afraid of them.
Was Healthy Gamer attacked at all?
I'm just saying that with the creators that I've worked with, there are a handful of communities that they're really scared of, and Hassan's is one of them.
I'm not afraid of his community. They can talk shit about me all they want. As long as I can work my job and do other things like that of that nature, then they can't do shit to me.
But it's not just his
Mostly because they don't notice me. I'm just here on my little corner of the internet just talking shit. Yet, I think they're scared of me. I think they know who I am, but they're just waiting for the moment to strike. Granted, that's wishful thinking, but I don't care.
It's his orbiters, the smaller creators and influencers who
only get like 50 views an hour.
Latch on to his rectum, attempting to appease him for whatever reason.
God, that's some choice of words. Oh, and then this guy. I'm tempted to use my voice that I have for him, but not right now.
These people, along with the fans, are also completely unhinged and talk as if they're in love with the dog abuser.
And they talk as if they are the majority opinion of like 99% of the world, even though I'm pretty sure 99% of the world don't even know who they are.
And of course, they're known for...
They are no match for us. We are one. We are Legion. We do not forgive, and we do not forget. We're not anonymous. I don't know what we'd call ourselves, but we simply are. We are existence incarnate.
Some reprehensible shit. Today I will explore this deranged cult of Hassan Piker fans and...
Oh, and then this lady who was all like, no, you shouldn't be drinking Coke products because it's a boycott, and it's like... Yeah, he still drinks the Coke products.
Orbiters. How he radicalized them.
Oh, and there... Oh, I know who this guy is. His name is Hakeem.
How they enable his terrible behavior, how he uses them as attack dogs.
Wake up, Ethan Klein! Wake up!
And what happens when you commit the grave sin of disagreeing with him.
Even just 1%. If you disagree with them 1%, yep, good, Brett. Stay happy. Try to always keep an open... Try to keep an open mind without opening it so much that your brain falls out, but never let anyone like this get to you. I mean, it hasn't gotten to me yet. We're here having a good time, watching his downfall in real time. We're going to keep up with it until it comes to an end, and even after that.
Let's go. Hassan Piker has admitted he's a propagandist.
Yes, I know a lot of the clips. There's so many clips of him that are out and about in the wilderness, and I'm pretty sure More Pegasus has like most of them. And he's ready to use he's not afraid to use them whenever he gets the opportunity. And Granted, I'm pretty sure most of the people here, yeah, swimming, yeah, same here with regards to like DDR and Yu-Gi-Oh! And streaming, and then my career as a baker, all of the things that I have in my life, I'm quite content with. I mean, as much as I would like to make a career out of streaming, it's a hobby at best, so.
In fact.
But, what was I saying before? But yeah, I know that the purity tests within left to, oh, hey there, Rhodey, you're just in time. But yeah, what was I saying? I mean, I'm not particularly relevant, at least at this point in time, but, and I don't know if I'm much of a debater. I mean, he wants to debate people like Asmongold, among others, but it's like, low-key, why don't he and I debate? More Pegasus can give me every single clip that he has on him. Every single one of them. I will confront him on every single one of these things that he said in the past, and whether or not he stands by them, or if he's just going to brush them off as just a joke. But I highly doubt that it's gonna happen, because I'm not particularly relevant, but it'll happen one day. About one thing, is he going to Cuba? I have no idea.
He's even admitted he will purposely pose as someone more moderate initially, and then introduce viewers into more and more radical propaganda over time with the purpose of indoctrinating them into his ideology.
Has he actually said this live? Because I know he mentioned this like here on Piers Morgan or whatever.
You have to advocate for a much lighter form. One thing you have to do is,
and the menacing music makes it even better,
is advocate for a lighter form while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda.
Yep, and he admits it.
That goes beyond, you know,
right,
social democratic idea.
I just wanted to like put emphasis on the exact point of the so-called
No, I don't know.
radicalization funnel, where, for example, Hassan and JT catch them
while they're young. Some kind of grooming. Sounds about right.
They're young, as they say. Move forward.
Your message repeated like 3 times in the multi-chat, which is weird.
Words through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized. You do your part.
You do your part.
This is one reason.
A progressive mind and a body made for the manosphere. It's not even that good looking.
And why
I mean, he's better looking than Destiny. I'll give him that. Destiny's fucking ugly as shit, but this isn't the kind of guy that I'm into. You equate their test to a clam's pearl, except instead of the pearl getting bigger, it gets smaller. Where the whole tree gets whittled down to a toothpick. That sounds about right.
Constantly gets media outlets to write glowing puff pieces.
Oh yeah, the one about the sweat beating down his trapezius muscles with his biceps rippling through his shirt, making Riley Freeman uncomfortable.
On him. He will often present himself wanting.
I've never seen him look like this. What the hell did he... When was this? When was the last time that Vice was ever relevant?
Nothing more than robust, strong social systems like they have in Sweden. But when you poke and prod further, you find out that he's a massive CCP supporter. He said that it was unfortunate that the Soviet Union lost the war and got dissolved. And
Yes, and he says the same thing about literally anything that's anti-America. Let's see. Yes, North Korea is actually... Oh, wait. I feel like have I seen this before? Yes, it's actually a beautiful socialist country with free housing and healthcare that's been battling U.S. imperialism for decades. Yeah. Is this one of the propagandist ladies? There was like, in that one, when he went to China that one time, and he got a copy of the Little Red Book or whatever the fuck it was called. And he kept getting, and then there was also that Cuban lady, critical control points, I don't know. But there was also that one Cuban lady that he was interviewing that is all like, oh yeah, the government is so great. Yeah, we got good jobs, food, housing. Boy, I tell you, slavery was the best thing that ever done happened to brother-o-kind, except none of that is true. And don't trust them brothers is not a spiritual. Don't think I'm going to find an exemplary case of within BreadTube. I'm not... I'm just looking at this so I can... Mostly so I can clip it, more than anything else. I'm not...
He's even defended North Korea's dictatorship.
We're just looking at this for the lulz more than anything.
This is enough to dissuade anyone who's mentally stable, and the people...
Yeah, that he supported Pakistan and that whole ordeal, and is supporting Iran.
Who
which, according to him, is weirdly pro-trans, even though it's not.
Are not.
Yeah.
But there's another action Hasan and his diehard fans will take to further radicalize his viewers. They cast out anyone with a more moderate position than Hasan. Hasan will often read chat and find...
Oh, and of course he bans that guy. What were they saying? Yeah, why did you say retail workers hate their lives? That's fucked, man. I may have worked in retail, but my life was worth living. Okay, I see.
Than Hasan. Hasan will often read chat and find specific comments that disagree with him or criticize him, put a giant spotlight on them, call them a horrible person, and then ban them from viewing or commenting on him.
Yeah, he did that with a trans person once.
His stream. And then the chat will rejoice.
You can literally find a smarter person at a flat earth society. I mean, Vsauce did make that one video about whether or not the earth was flat, and the mathematics that prove that the earth is round could hypothetically prove it's flat, so...
Voice in some creepy cult celebration.
Why did you say retail workers hate their lives?
Okay, once again, another instance of me reading something that ends up getting read anyway.
Fuck, man, I worked in retail, but my life was worth living. Okay, I'm just gonna ban you, dude. Okay? I think you need to cool off a little bit. Just go and, you know, live a life worth living.
Jackass.
Outside, okay? Eat grass, dumbass.
Eat grass? I thought it was touch grass. See, he doesn't even know the lingo.
He'll even ban longtime subscribers, but even worse.
Oh, yeah, in recent, it's clear. Actually, it's hyperbolic. It's not a cone, it's a hyperbola, thank you very much.
He'll point out that they've been subscribed to him for a long time.
Yeah, that was something that's happened within, like, the past half a year. Where, 40-month subs will call him out on something and then he crashes out at them like it's no big deal.
To tell his fan base that he'll banish anyone out of chat, even if you've supported him in the past and have shown loyalty.
This is a good one. 28 months.
Agreeing with D again because it serves you.
Dude, there you go. Hey.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're not allowed to say Destiny in his chat.
Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, what's up? You want that? There you go. Get fucked.
Geez, this sounds like something out of the Soviet Union.
Yeah, I wonder.
Also,
Yeah, if the U.S. if the U.S. government were to do something like that to him, he'd assume that it's fascism.
Ban people for the most mild.
Why does he has a copy of this Switch port of Skyward Sword on the side? I'm going to confiscate that because you don't need it.
Disagreements too.
I don't know if that guy deserved a ban, to be honest. You want one too, dude?
Jackass.
Here you go. 22-month subscriber.
All of these clips are from the same stream, by the way.
Well, he's wearing the same shirt.
Due to Hasan and his fans ostracizing anyone who's more moderate than him, the final result is that he has a fan base full of crazy people who worship everything he says and thinks he's above all criticism, and who will attack and harass other creators for even mildly disagreeing with him.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. Stalin, at least within bans instead of walls. Yeah, you could say the same thing about other dictators too. It's just dictatorial behavior in general.
Hasan Piker fans are actually rabid animals. My DMs are full of people threatening to...
Oh, I think I remember this clip, and it was fucked up.
Dox me, calling me Amber Heard as an insult, saying that I am using propaganda and I'm being paid by YouTubers that I...
Mussolini, it was probably both.
Also hate. Yeah, it's crazy that I called out Hasan for tourism and misogyny and being basically a passport bro.
Yeah.
And I've got people calling...
Yeah, because you went to a brothel that ended up getting raided. The Artemis brothel in Germany. It was initially raided for tax evasion, but they ended up finding out that there was sex trafficking.
Me like a conservative in my DMs and just saying I'm spreading propaganda.
Stalinist.
I've talked about the fan.
No, and these are the people that are supposed to be pro-women and all that.
But what about the orbiters? An orbiter is defined as someone who focuses all their attention and energy on a specific...
You have to make sure you keep your breath. Make sure you take deep breaths when we're dealing with something like this.
Specific person they're around, often looking to gain something. They'll shift their own personal beliefs.
Oh, and this trick.
Beliefs and opinions.
Who can't go 1 second without using the word incel.
To match the person being orbited, constantly agreeing with them on everything. Hasan has a surprising...
And then this is Mike from PA. I can tell by the long hair.
High number of these orbiters due to his dogmatic extremist beliefs. Let's look at all of them briefly.
Some, but not all. I'm guessing we're just going to look at the notable ones.
Have Rogan.
I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers.
And this is the part where she still hasn't realized she fucked up.
U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
You have Denims.
And then the bitch who was all like, you're barely forming memories at 3 years old, so that somehow makes it okay to do unseemly things to children.
30K to
Oh, and this was her assassination offer.
anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
You have Shonda Black.
We would have
socialism at this point. Yeah.
Socialism at this
If someone killed Destiny.
point. If someone just went out of their way and
No, these aren't the only people that... Oh yeah, and Mike from PA also offered money to take out someone.
You have Mike from PA.
Yes, here's this one.
Hey.
As if you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
And you have...
And then, of course, iCuck.
iDubbbz.
But Kate did message me about like a child marriage bill thing. And I didn't pass it along to Anissa. I looked at it and I closed it.
Yeah, you know it's bad when over half the people I've mentioned have made explicit calls for murdering someone based on their political ideology.
Right.
Forget being deplatformed.
These people are still there. I mean, yeah, Mike from PA got like a 7-day ban for calling Jews a Medonic ethnicity. Just switch around the D and the M and you'll know what he actually said.
People need legal consequences for what they've said, because that kind of thing is not protected by the First Amendment.
It's not. Yet a lot of these people want to make believe that it is.
We'll get to the reasons why they aren't banned from Twitch. Now, you have...
It's because Dan Clancy, DJ Dan the Dynamic Diddler, is a big fan of Hassan, to the point to where they shadow banned Israel when that war broke out, even though they didn't do the same for Ukraine and Russia. And he would permaban, and Dan Clancy would permaban anyone who dared to ask about it. Not very hard on people who are supposedly pro-women, but fail to show it. Yeah, pretty much.
The extremely deranged orbiters, but then you have other streamers that Hassan's friends with.
Yeah, trash taste.
People who might not be as insane or evil as those I've mentioned, and may even have a clean image, but they are just as harmful, as they'll whitewash his extremist beliefs and shitty behavior and will introduce their politically naive fans to Hassan Piker, radicalizing them in a very twisted pipeline.
Yeah.
A few examples for this are Ludwig.
Yeah, Jellywig, otherwise known as that. Yes, or Slugwig, but I prefer Jellywig because that's what More Pegasus calls them. Remember, we gotta up those numbers.
Pokimane and Cutie Cinderella.
Yeah, they're projecting their own deep thoughts. Such deep thoughts of wanting to be part of something that they were never part of in the first place. Yeah. Well, whatever is in there, well, they don't have any thoughts. All they do is parrot whatever Hassan is saying in the given moment.
Ludwig is mainly known for kowtowing to Hassan's demands. For example, he'll remove sections in his videos that lightly criticize his master after Hassan has a man-baby meltdown over them.
Yes, there's a few examples of this. Like, there was that where he mentioned, yeah, that's a shot caller, and then he received private photos or whatever that confirmed that it's not a shot caller, and he swore it on his mother's life. And it's unfortunate that, something unfortunate that happened is that he hosted a speedrunning tournament. He hosted a speedrunning tournament where notable speedrunners, like some Zelda ones like Linkus and ZFG, and then there's a Kingdom Hearts runner, Ninten. They all went to this, it's called Fast 52 or something like that. They all went there, and I'm like, low-key, I wish I would have been within their respective... I want to go to one of their chats and be like, hey, streamer X, why did you attend Ludwig's speedrunning event when Ludwig is friends with the guy that shocked his dog? And I'm pretty sure their response will be, yeah, we're not talking about that right now. We just went there because, speedrunners got to speedrun. I don't hold it against them, but it's just some food for thought. Yeah, the deep, dark thoughts, too. I mean, they call them Hamas Diddy projection. It's all a lot of projection.
However, at least Ludwig admitted that Hassan uses a shock collar.
Until he rescinded it.
Yep, we're talking about Collargate again.
We're never, ever going to live it down. He's never going to live it down. We will keep bringing... He thought that it was going to blow over in like a week, but no. People are still making jokes, including the burnt peanut.
Sorry, Hassan fans, it's never going away and it will never be outdated news. I think one of the reasons why Hassan using a shot collar to force his dog to stay in the same place for several hours straight was so explosive and controversial online was due to how his orbiter cult reacted to it.
A lot of them did a lot of damage control. And then the debunker XQC went on the deep dive, exposing the make and model to the point, and then it got to the point to where even the people that the manufacturers themselves came out and said it was a shock collar, and yet you have #1 simp Taylor Lorenz claiming that it's not.
Now, I've seen many fan comments defending his disgusting behavior, even when he was pulling his dog round by the tail.
Yeah, yes, this clip.
For the orbiter.
Oh, and then this lady down here, I'm going to keep her blocked by my avatar because she doesn't need it, who was all like, mods?
Are even worse in this case. When the clip of
and then this, the 40-year-old cat lady.
Hassan shocking his dog went viral, so many of his cult members went into panic mode, coming out in droves to aggressively defend Hassan and his character. The problem is...
Yes, and then hello Glock Florida, and sorry that you came in at a very awkward time, but we're looking at Cutie Cinderella defending Hamas Piker on the shock collar.
They couldn't keep their story straight. Some said it...
iDubbbz defends him for abusing his dog.
Wasn't a shock collar. Some said it was a vibrating collar.
Some say
it was a shock collar with the prongs removed. Some say the collar never existed at all.
Some say it was Israeli propaganda.
And that we must believe journalists and not our own eyes.
Yeah.
It's really funny to watch all of this go down, but also very creepy knowing that these people would probably defend Hassan even if he...
Oh, good lord, yes, we're talking shit about this bitch ass over here.
He gutted a baby alive on camera.
Oh,
let's go.
God. No, imagine if he did that. He'd only get like a 1-day ban on his day off. Oh yeah, no, this is the group where he was talking about how much he liked the Hezbollah flag during Pride Month, even though Hezbollah is not very fond of those people. Some say the dog is still wearing it. Well, he had... Who knows?
Back to Cutie Cinderella, because she was one of the people defending Hassan in this case.
Yeah.
The problem was she defended him in a way that incriminated him.
Right.
She admitted that it was a shock collar and just said that the prongs were removed. Now let's watch another Hassan orbiter named Sasha Grey.
I think I've heard of her.
She starts the clip by smugly proclaiming that everyone who is acknowledging that Hassan abuses his dog is coping, saying the collar was a vibrating collar with no shock.
And of course, she's got the Boiny Santas in the background.
Functionality. And then she watched the Cutie Cinderella...
Because it's the oligarchy.
Clip I mentioned above, where Cutie admits that it was a shock collar. And this was her reaction.
Like the electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
Oh, I don't want to watch any more of this.
Yep, and here it goes. As soon as they say something that offends their god, then, you know, these people would be higher up in Soviet Russia. In Soviet Russia, higher up is you. Yeah, she just clicks it away because she just doesn't want to hear it.
Amazing. Just look at how quickly the cult-like programming in her brain took over.
Yeah.
She immediately...
I mean, whenever it comes to things that maybe I disagree with, I at least take the time to listen to them and just come to my own conclusion.
Blinds herself and her audience to...
At least I try to.
Any proof that would make her object of worship look bad.
Yeah.
I have a similar example from Denims.
I'm pretty sure there's plenty of examples from Denims.
Remember that disgusting dogtail pulling clip from
Yes,
Hassan? Well,
God damn it, I didn't even... Oh my god, no, that made me...
All his...
God damn it, it hurts, it's painful to watch.
Orbiters are...
I apologize for anyone whose eyes have been... I will buy some bleach for you if that's the case.
Finding ways to defend this too, believe it or not. But
Yeah,
sometimes they slip up and let the truth come out.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good to both left and right YouTubers. Yep.
Here is Denim's
yeah, that's yeah, I always I try to look at all sides and then just come to my own conclusion based on whatever available evidence there is, as well as just some personal intuition.
Reacting to a video of AB and Lena, two people she hates. She accuses Lena of pulling her dog's tail, which she didn't, by the way, and almost says, you can't...
Oh, wait a minute, I know what she's wait, I know what he's talking about, I remember this!
...pull a dog's tail, but stops herself mid-sentence as soon as she remembers...
No, I remember this!
...Hassan's clip.
She pulled his tail? I didn't even notice that. Someone in chat mentioned it. Dude, you can't...
Oh, wait. No. Who was it? Was it more Pegasus that used this sound? This Metal Gear sound? Yeah. In one of their... yeah, someone in one of their edits used that sound when this came up. This is the moment that she knew she fucked up.
I mean...
the pause. It's brilliant.
This is also amazing. You can pinpoint the exact moment where the politically brainwashed mind takes over.
God damn it. It's so... it's hilarious, if anything, because it's like, you know you done fucked up, so you have to do as much damage control as possible.
She knows it's wrong.
Yes, it's the exact moment where Ralph Wiggum's heart breaks in half after Lisa tried to let him down.
But then she remembers Hassan did it, so she instantaneously changes her personal values to align with Hassan.
Yes.
Now let's take a quick look at Pokimane.
Pokimane, who married herself because she's really into celibacy now.
One of her chatters sent her a YouTube...
The way Ariana Grande effortlessly threw her dress on the couch and landed on perfection, because that dress is one less problem without her. It's wrong when they do it, but not who... rules for me and not for thee, pretty much. Do as I say, not as I do. That's basically what's going on.
YouTube video link, and it linked to the same tail...
Oh, wait. Oh, and this is... Oh, this is the clip where she was like, mods?
Pulling video. She knows exactly what it is from the very first frame and pauses it, calling for her mods.
Yes.
Come here. Hey.
Oh, the title of the video said PETA. You don't want PETA to... You don't want PETA to get involved with this.
Mods.
That's what she sounds like.
This is just irresponsible. She is purposely trying to suppress any video that makes Hassan look bad. She knows it's indefensible.
And unfortunately, one of Papa Meat's friends seems to have a thing for her.
So instead of trying to defend Hassan, she gets mad at her chat and mods for showing this video. And finally, let's touch upon iDubbbz.
The fall that always was. I remember when I first started streaming, there was a message that was left that said that one day I will surpass iDubbbz in viewers. And when that happens, I'd be lucky to get just half as many viewers as he does.
My goodness, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
iDubbbz once claimed that he had empathy because he would see a dog die and cry.
But not when it's Hamas Piker that's doing it.
Well, when he sees a dog being dragged around by an extremely sensitive member of their body, he reacts like this.
Yeah, like even this person in the chat saying, tail pulling clip is disturbing. It's like, I don't know. I've seen a lot worse done to dogs that is disturbing.
Now,
I've seen a lot worse.
We've seen Hassan orbiters jump through flaming hoops to defend their daddy, but what does Hassan do for them in return?
Nothing. No, when Casey John had to do her plea deal, she admitted that Hassan didn't help her out worth a damn.
Well, the short answer is absolutely nothing. Let's talk a little bit more about iDubbbz. He betrayed his friend of many years for Hassan.
Right.
He brought back an old series.
Yeah, it's not if one is not leading, always by example. I mean, yeah. Yeah, but if your frequent is do as I say, not as I do, yeah, you do as I... It's like, what would be the better thing? I mean, I could say treat people the way you want to be treated, but there's a problem with that, because if you want to be treated like shit, then you're gonna treat people like shit. It's like, I mean, the way that I would say it is do good for others so that others may do good for you, basically. But yeah, nobody's perfect is always true regardless, but yeah.
He didn't want to do anymore for Hassan. He constantly defends all of Hassan's actions and words, as we saw in the last clip. And yet after all of this, Hassan's not even subscribed to his YouTube channel.
That doesn't surprise me.
He's mentioned him once since the stream they did together, and that was—
Has it only been one time? Damn. I mean, Anissa certainly has mentioned him more than once.
It's only to mention that iDubbbz won lolcow of the year.
Oh,
hell,
yeah?
Even when Hassan had iDubbbz on his stream, he basically disrespected him the whole time.
I'm the one who thoughtlessly picked up the sword.
I'm gonna kick you out if you apologize for that, by the way.
The golden rule. Just like the golden ratio, there's a golden rule.
Because that's ridiculous.
And yet, despite all this, Ian still defends and shouts out Hassan.
Right.
I would at least understand—
Especially with regards to that one Iranian dude who was talking about how... yeah, about how life in Iran is not all that great. It's amazing how they're so afraid of losing their made-up power over having lots of subs, right?
If
they were to lose all of that, well, first of all, they'd blame US imperialism if they ever lost their positions, because they don't have any accountability. They just want to blame all their problems on someone else.
Earning money or clout for doing all this, but he has basically only lost viewers and clout by associating with—
It's only a matter of time before I surpass him. By the end of this year, we will see. I will hold that one chat message to them. If that happens, nay. When that happens, we will celebrate.
Hassan. And yet he still does it, changing his personal values for someone who wouldn't piss on him if he—
Yeah, basically it was, you stupid, ignorant, brain-dead mob!
He was on fire.
How can he be okay? He hates the woke. He hates streaming. He hates the left. He hates everyone in this chat, but he still does it anyway. And he wants to make believe that people like Asmongold and XQC are living sad, pathetic lives, even though he's the one that crashes out on a regular basis. Because you want to be blanked. Yep.
This is your average Hassan cultist. They treat him as some sort of god who is all-knowing and must be agreed with on all fronts. Another example of Hassan neglecting his cult orbiters is Caseytron. Remember?
Yes, the lady who can't stop inselling.
For her? She was sued by Ethan Klein for blatant copyright infringement.
Yeah, and then Denims is still fighting that lawsuit, and I don't remember what Frogan's doing about it.
She started a GoFundMe to raise legal funds for her case. She ended up settling because of how bad it was for her.
Yep.
Lots of creators donated to her.
And all of that money was just sent directly to Ethan.
Even ones who weren't financially well off.
Yeah.
However, Hassan didn't donate a single dime to—
No, that's something that she admitted.
Despite saying he would.
Yeah, bro, when you clean the toilets, it's probably a more fulfilling life. No, at least you're doing honest work. It's because of this horrible, extractive, totally on like attention economy. Yeah, subscribers are money. That's basically what it is. It's just a whole bunch of attention-seeking bullshit. But no, what you're saying, Jack, yeah, whenever I'm clipping my toenails or whenever I'm clipping my nails, that's more fulfilling than whatever the hell they're doing because at least I'm keeping my body intact.
Then I feel like I'm leaving these people defenseless.
I'm leaving these people defenseless.
If I offer support, you won't know about it.
Yeah, he did the so because he got $24 in my pocket. Yeah, that's what becomes so afraid. Yes, because I'm gonna pop some tags. Jackal's got $24 in his pocket.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's afraid too. No, he says, yeah, he does it behind the scenes. You know how people are different. Like if a streamer is a certain way while they're on stream, but they're a different person off stream. Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here. He does it in private. No, he's too good to brag about it. He's too humble to brag about his donations on stream. So he does it behind the scenes, even though he ain't give a damn cent.
Keep in mind, this man is...
Yes, he's a communist with a Gucci bag, got his Prada kit, got to have his swag.
He's a multi-millionaire who blows his money on a lavish lifestyle, but also claims to be a socialist who wants to help unfortunate people with money.
Yeah, what was it, Pokimane, who was confronted about how she hated the rich, and then some guy was like, aren't you the rich? No, I mean the mega rich!
Donating at least a little money wouldn't hurt his bank account in the slightest.
Save up a lot so you could travel overseas? Well, at least you're saving your money instead of blowing it on useless knickknacks. Granted, there's nothing wrong with having nice things, it's just you don't want to lose everything because of those things. And you don't want to make believe that you're something you're not.
And yet, when given the opportunity to practice what he preaches, he refused to take it.
Right.
I'd say
people point him out. Yeah, it reminds me, you need to donate money. I mean, you don't have to, but it's your money. You decide. It's your money. You decide what you want to do with it.
He's an asshole for this. But
yeah. No, yeah, his own chat will call him out on, hey, well, you're supposedly a socialist, yet you have all this capitalism. Oh yeah. More Pegasus made a video earlier where he was at on like what, Entertainment Tonight or something similar to that, and then someone in this chat was calling him out on it, and it's like, it's because it's not because he's not socialist, it's because he's in America. It's just what they do.
This is what you get for worshiping someone like him.
Right. This is why you don't worship false idols. That's why idolatry is forbidden.
Now you might be thinking, okay, Hasan Piker fans might be crazy, but does this really matter?
It matters very much, because people have been losing their careers over whatever the hell they've been doing.
Well, yeah.
Getting harassed and doxxed. I mean, Ethan Klein had 2 skulls sent to his house. I don't remember if they were real or not, but it was these people that did it.
Yes, it does. And
in the CPS, in the context of a CPS call, because that Aussie jackass, whose name I'm not even going to say because I'm not giving that bastard the satisfaction, was all like, yeah, his kids are rolling around in dog shit, featuring diseases that are unknown to science, even though it's called Giardia.
There are real-world consequences for his rhetoric.
Oh, and then there's this, where he threatened someone that he thought was... Yeah, he threatened someone on stream. It was someone in the chat.
Can behave.
And then he tried to dox his YouTube channel, even though it was a completely different guy.
This is Jarrett Mackey, a Hasan Piker superfan. The two actually met up in real life after Hasan's speech at the People's Conference for Palestine in Detroit, an event endorsed by the PFLP, a US designated terror group.
Is it a terror group?
Fast forward several...
Oh, wait. Oh yes, I remember this now.
Months, and Jarrett Mackey was arrested for making terroristic threats, specifically with bombs and guns. He has been hit with 11 charges of terror threats and is awaiting his day in court.
Really? And what are the odds he thinks he's being censored by the Gestapo?
I show this as proof that Hasan's radicalization has real-world consequences and has literally put lives at risk. Now,
I mean, apparently 25% of the people in the LA riots from, like, when was that? Was that this year or last year? These past 3 years felt like that they've been one long year. It feels like no time has passed at all.
What about the apparatus that enables Hasan Piker? Far-right influencers like Alex Jones.
Yes, and these guys are basically... No, I remember. There was this little infographic about political bias amongst different media, and Hasan is literally the left-wing equivalent of Alex Jones. They're like parallel to... They're like on the same level of how unreliable they are. Only Alex Jones is on the right.
And Nick Fuentes are banned from platforms all the time.
I'm sure there is, but I don't know.
And perhaps rightfully so. But why does Hasan get a pass for rhetoric and actions that's on their level?
No, that's the thing. People will call out Nick Fuentes and the likes, yet when Hassan proves the horseshoe theory correct, no one seems to really bat an eye.
Well, there are a couple of reasons. The first reason is that Twitch treats Hassan
it's the favoritism.
As their goal.
Because Sir Dan Diddles, no, the dynamic diddler who likes slurping on extra Emily, is a big fan of Hamas Piker.
Who can do no wrong. The CEO of Twitch, Dan Clancy, has spoken about how much he's liked Hassan.
Yes.
In fact, Dan once hosted a live-streamed Q&A where he permanently banned any comment asking about Twitch's leniency when it comes to terrorism support and radicalization.
Yes, I've mentioned this before. He also did it in response to when he basically shadow banned Israel.
By Hassan Piker. Twitch has a major problem.
Oh, and then Luffy the Houthi, who's doing exactly what they would do in One Piece, except Luffy would beat the shit out of this guy.
Problem with favoritism.
He'd beat the shit out of all these guys.
And the fact that Hassan has never been suspended for promoting terrorism, inciting violence, or abusing animals show how rotten to the core that site is.
Yep.
However, a bigger problem is that
that's another reason why they've gotten so radical, is because they don't face any consequences.
Media.
Yes, those aren't sexy pics at all.
Hassan is managed by a company called Night Media. Yep. That one.
It's time to start view. Oh, no, a few weeks ago, Hassan and Asmongold and XQC were all getting into debates with each other about who's view botting who, and it's like, now granted, there was a time where I did it a few times, but I stopped because not only was it expensive, it was just pointless. I'd rather have genuine viewership than to have to do something like this. So yeah, I'm done with view botting. I'm never doing it again.
They will reach out to journalists in the mainstream media to interview Hassan and give glowing appraisals of him. Hassan has admitted he does these interviews as terrorism insurance.
I think I remember him saying that too.
His words, not mine.
Yeah.
I did times 100 last night, which I like to call terrorism insurance, because these kinds of...
He's not even trying to hide it at this point.
Like when reporters want to like write positive stories about me or put me in like lists like this, I'm like, oh, thank you.
Seriously.
Yeah, so he thinks America might be cooked. It's been cooked since its inception.
Read some of the...
Right now, it just needs to get off the back burner.
These articles and tell me that the journalists writing them don't want to suck his dick. One egregious example of this is actually from my home country, Canada.
Oh, yeah, he's been going on university tours where a lot of the people in the audience just don't question anything he says.
Government-funded media outlet CBC recently did a glowing interview of Hassan Piker.
And he has thoughts, because we don't have thoughts of our own.
About how popular and beloved he is, without mentioning his support for terrorism,
No, they never do their research. They don't do the research. They just assume that... because he's on the opposite side of the mainstream, that somehow makes him the ultimate moral good. Thank you, Rhodey. I don't even remember what I said.
Constant incitements to
I'm in the zone right now. I'm in the fucking zone right now. I'm going off on this motherfucker like there's no tomorrow, and I'm so happy about it. No, we need to be able to laugh at people like this because they deserve it.
Violence, his support for the CCP, and his dog abuse. The only thing they mentioned was his 9/11 comments, which are
as if it's the only thing that he's said and done.
Honestly kind of tame in comparison.
No shit.
What a disgrace. CBC should be ashamed of themselves.
Because at least, say what you want about CNN, at least CNN is aware of his Jew-hating rhetoric.
These kind of puff pieces are used by Hassan to paint a false narrative about him.
I mean, even Zora Mom and Daddy is aware of his bullshit and has disavowed his comments on 9/11. Since the start, every country has been cooked since the start. Let's be real, no country is perfect. It's just... Yeah, that's why if anyone asks me if I'm proud to be anything, I say no. I made that clear in that one video. I mean, I'm grateful that I live where I live, where I can do the things I need to do, but, you know.
how he totally isn't a terrorism supporter, guys, even though he constantly plays their propaganda and praises it on his streams.
Yeah, this guy here, no, this way. This guy in the corner was all like, but this is propaganda videos. Like, no, the Houthis are a very musical people.
Now, what happens when you leave a cult?
I don't know. They get sued to oblivion.
Well, we've all seen it with Scientology.
Yeah, they try. Yeah, ever since South Park exposed them.
Hassan's cult isn't as extreme, but it's still pretty bad.
I don't know. I'd argue that it's not.
Time to talk about Ethan Klein from the H3 podcast. Around 2021, Ethan made a very regrettable decision. He allied with Hassan Piker and started a podcast.
Right. We have a very similar object to this at home. It's full of little... I don't know what it's full of. I think it's salt. Either that or it's something else. I don't know what it's for. I just know we have one of these.
With him. This is considered to be a dark period in the H3 podcast history.
No, this is where the cracks start to form. Like, one of the things that... I think this is the podcast where he mentioned where Hassan mentioned there being, quote, baby settlers in the West Bank who are, quote, valid military targets, which is absurd.
And for good reason. Ethan would become very politically divisive, even absorbing some of Hassan's more extremist viewpoints, like when he said that someone should commit an attack on the NRA convention.
Good lord. Well, that's how it usually starts.
And Ethan...
The path to radicalization starts very small. Because I remember learning about, like, ISIS recruitment tactics. They prey on people that feel like that they don't belong anywhere, that they feel marginalized, and so they prey on those insecurities. And so they, like, I remember ISIS would give certain individuals, like, gift baskets and, like, chocolate and stuff in order to convince them in order to join the fight. And it's like... And it's not, and that's basically kind of what's happening here. No, they'll promise, yeah, we're gonna take over the country. We're going to bring you all of this free stuff. And when push comes to shove, it's like nothing really happens. They don't really do it. Yeah, it's been from the start. Makes more service to one's nation to face the truth and call someone who's like, my country is the best and everyone else sucks. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Even if I was. Yeah, whatever happened to the boy I once knew. Yeah, pretty much, Brett. Pretty much what's going on here. But yeah, you could say that about every country. I don't know. Are there any countries that exist today that are probably, like, the most well-off, that isn't a tax haven? The Articles of Confederation should have been kept. Well, yeah, I know that, yeah, when the U.S. first started out, it wasn't really as unified as it is, like, today, because all of the states, like, we use the term state. The technical definition of a state is any, I don't know if I do, Brett, but the technical definition of a state is any organized political entity that has borders and a capital. And all of the original, when the 13 colonies became the 13 states, they were all, like, effectively their own countries that were loosely united together when at the time was Philadelphia. But, like, the southern states in particular wanted to keep the I don't remember, there was the Federalists and then the Anti-Federalists. The Anti-Federalists wanted to keep the Articles, I think, and then the Federalists wanted a stronger central government. But, like, the debate was whether or not such a central government would be too powerful, because they didn't want another king, right? They fought a war so that they wouldn't have to deal with the monarchy, and they just didn't want to have to deal with that. I don't even remember everything in the Articles of Confederation. Capone sings it. I'll see. But yeah, what was I getting at earlier? But, oh yeah, I was wondering what countries could we say are the most well-off in the world that aren't necessarily tax havens?
Was warned by a former guest of his, Jordan Peterson.
Oh yes, I know this one. You will be held to a higher and higher standard, something like that. 50 individual states of the co-unified government. Yeah. Like, the U.S. is officially a federation where power is evenly split between the central government and more regional governments, as opposed to a unitary state where all the power is consolidated in the central government, and then as opposed to a confederation where the central government is only controls other parts for like the basic necessities, and all of the constituents kind of just do their own thing. Like, yeah, each state has their own unique laws that are independent from that of Washington, D.C. Like, it's the reason why weed is legal in some states but not others.
For going down this very dark path, you will be held.
This quote in particular, and this is the point where this was the point of no return for Ethan Klein. It got so big, and the people started automatically. Yes, yeah, that's the thing. People still do that, fearing that the war people were without a central government, and they weren't. Yeah. That's how it is. See how complicated it gets? People want to simplify. I mean, there are people that can and will simplify things to make it easy to understand, but a lot of these things, they're so complicated yet so interconnected that you really need to do the deep dive. Like, it's been a while since we talked about. Since I learned about the Articles of Confederation, it was like in middle school, 8th grade, I think it was, where we learned about it and all of that stuff, but it's just been so long. Yeah, the government just kept bigger and bigger to the point to where there was a shadow government, or at least people believe that there's a shadow government that's been running the scenes this whole time. And so, wondering who was writing the auto pen while Biden was in charge. But yeah, I wonder. But yeah, no, people think that everything that happens in DC happens to everyone in the country, and it's like each state technically gets to make its own laws, which is why California's been thump-proofing itself, because technically they have the right to do that, even though they're still under the jurisdiction of DC.
To higher and higher, and soon impossible to maintain ethical standards by the very mob you wish to please. Then you will make a mistake and they will devour you with glee. Say what you want about
the Illuminati. That would, yeah, the Illuminati, Skull and Bones, the Bilderbergs, the Trisexual Commission, or actually it's the Trilateral Commission, because of bird flu, swine flu, World War III killer asteroids.
Jordan Peterson, but that tweet aged extremely well and
yes, it did.
Sums up Hassan's fan base and inner circle very well.
Yeah.
The falling out would be
Hamas launches
after the October 7th attacks in Israel.
And this is where it really starts to crumble for
Ethan would commit the grave sin of unfollowing Frogan on Twitter and
there it goes,
saying that these attacks are bad. The harassment,
and that's where it starts. It all with the Civil War, because it set a precedent that if they wanted to leave, they couldn't do that no matter what. I mean, technically, I think it's technically illegal for any state to secede, but they still did it anyway because they felt like, you know, they weren't being properly whatevered. Yeah, the secret government, yeah. Well, the term Illuminati literally means enlightened ones, but, you know, they consider themselves to be enlightened and all that shit, but it's like, I don't know. Should we just call it the shadow government at this point?
Against Ethan would begin.
I mean, hypothetically, if we wanted to, the union could just break up, even though it's technically illegal. I mean, it's technically illegal in Spain for its autonomous communities to leave the crown, but that didn't stop Catalonia from hosting a referendum for independence. Yeah.
After
Eisenhower diagnosed it to a T, that wouldn't surprise me.
He started being uncomfortable with people supporting these attacks.
Right, that's the major difference. He didn't like the terrorists. He's not a big fan of terrorists, and so they decided that that was not the thing to do. Yeah, people vote themselves into the state. It is considered illegal to leave. Yeah.
Then he...
Yeah, I mean, the Texas, fun fact, the Texas Constitution, at least from what I remember, there's a clause within it that says that it could split into 4 separate states, with Austin acting as its own unique thing, but I don't remember whether or not that's true. I wonder if Puerto Rico is still considering statehood. I mean, if Puerto Rico does become a state, they would lose certain benefits, but... is that what that happened with Hawaii? I can imagine.
Took a slight deviation in Hassan's position on Israel. He said that he supported a 2-state solution.
Yeah.
Ethan is very critical of the IDF and quite sympathetic to Palestinians.
Right, he doesn't make that... Yeah, he doesn't make that hidden at all.
He believes
To the point to where some guy tried to harass him and his wife about. He was like, yeah, he supports Palestine, and then his wife, Gila, was all, yeah, she served in the IDF, but she was a secretary. She didn't do any fighting. Yet they want to make believe that she's a valid military target.
That all West Bank settlers are valid military targets, for example. He even once started crying after watching a video of a Palestinian father holding his deceased daughter.
Yeah.
I saw videos of...
Yeah, that's the... no, he agrees with them on 99.9% of everything except for the terrorism.
Palestinian dads holding his dead, like, 5-year-old daughter. I mean, as a father, it's even hard to talk about. This dude was holding his infant. It was like a year old.
Yeah, it doesn't, at this point, it doesn't matter what side of the war you on. It doesn't matter. It's just, you gotta feel for whoever gets crossed in the crossfire.
And he was
caught in the crossfire.
Like patting her on the back and saying like his final goodbye. I mean, it was,
But apparently this isn't enough for the Hassan orbit.
Holding her like she's alive, like
he wants them to retaliate.
He's just burping her or something. I think people in Israel that support the government and the government need to watch that shit.
However, this isn't enough for
It's not enough.
Hassan and his rabid animal fan base. It has resulted in Ethan being labeled a genocide supporter time and...
Yep, and here is the... who made this video? Was this Noah Sampson or whatever the fuck his name is? That this one? Yep. Isn't it crazy? Yes, this one stream of mine, there's more discussion and actual info than all of this bastard's whatever. Yes. This is the kind of stuff that I wanted to... This was one of my initial plans for this channel, was to have these kinds of discussions. But unfortunately, I'm not quite as big as... But I'd have to wait until I'm, like, bigger and I have more people to... And I have more chatters to talk to. Only then will I be able to actually... Because I like having these kinds of discussions, at least if it's in like an informed and civil context like what we're having now. We're not at each other's throats. We're having a simple, decent discussion, and I mean, yeah, we'll joke about certain things, but we're not like at each other's throats, telling each other to neck themselves or anything like that.
Time again, a narrative that's been so ingrained by Hassan and his orbit that even I've gotten numerous comments on my videos calling Ethan that, and I bet...
Yeah, this guy is not pro-Israel.
Bet I'll get a ton of comments on this video also calling him a genocide supporter.
If you ask me, I'm like Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow the Hedgehog is anti-life and anti-choice, but I'm not really anti either of these. I am myself. That's who I am.
However, name calling is one.
Because is mostly just reactionary chunk. Well, I am reacting to this video, but at least I'm adding adequate commentary. I mean, I know that it took him 8 hours to react to, Ethan Klein's content nuke, but say what you want about him, at least he was transformative and didn't get sued.
What about the real-world harassment he's gotten? Well...
Yeah, CPS, the skulls.
Ethan has been approached in public numerous times by aggressive harassers calling him and his wife baby killers. He's had full...
Yeah, even though she was just... Yeah. Isn't he the one who leaves things playing with an empty chair? Oh, yes, he does that too, actually, now that I think about it. You're not wrong, Jack. It's just, I just remember that it took him 8 hours to react to Ethan Klein's content nuke, even though it took other people at least 2 hours.
All CPS calls made to his house attempting to break up his family.
Right.
And he's even been sent human remains.
Now, I vaguely remember someone mentioning that these were fake skulls, but they could have been real. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, Hassan fans are f***ing animals. There are so many more freaky Zionist creeps out there with much more extreme opinions than Ethan, but they don't get the same harassment he does because they never made the mistake of trying to join the cult of Hassan Piker.
Right.
While all this happens, Hassan doesn't even seem to care about the attacks Ethan gets and tends to...
No, he makes it seem like that he either downplays the attacks or he makes it sound like that they're deserved.
...to ignore the disgusting harassment he receives.
Yeah.
Did you see the skull thing from him? Genuinely insane? No.
Yep, he doesn't even acknowledge it.
Let's not get it twisted. Hassan supports this kind of harassment.
Yeah.
Here's a clip of Hassan once again inciting violence.
I wonder how long it will take for this. I mean, I've made multiple videos about Hassan before, and I've called him out multiple times on stream. I mean, if the burnt peanut can have it happen to him, then I'm pretty sure some raccoon-looking bitch can have it as well.
But note the
only, I mean, at least the thing that burnt peanut has going for him is he fucking hilarious. He's no, so I'm not particularly funny. I mean, I rely on what I refer to as reference humor, but a lot of people aren't necessarily gonna get that. So I try to do it in a way that, like, I try to imitate the characters I'm referencing, but I'm not as funny as the burnt peanut. So obviously he's going to get a bit more attention, but it's only a matter of time before it does happen to me.
last thing he says.
Every type of armed resistance against both the settlers and also the Israeli occupying force in the West Bank. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcasters like wife.
Favorite.
Yep. And she's just a secretary. She didn't do any fighting whatsoever.
Podcasters.
And the thing is, Israeli citizens are required by law to attend because they don't do their own research. Yes, I reference all sorts of cartoons, like King of the Hill, SpongeBob even, Family Guy, South Park, and Boondocks. I reference all of that stuff, but I do it because I enjoy it. I like imitating all of the characters, even if some of them I might have trouble with. But yeah, but the Israel, Gila is from Israel, and they're all required to attend or partake in the IDF for a set amount of time. Otherwise they might get arrested, but apparently that's better than anything else.
His wife. Who could he be referring to, I wonder? Ela Klein is Ethan Klein's wife, and she's born in Israel and had to do mandatory military service where she served as a secretary. I mean, this is so obvious.
Yeah, but apparently that makes her a valid military target anyway. Well, South Park is forever. Yes.
Obviously a death.
No. When is South Park going to make an episode about them? I know that the way that South Park works is that they make fun of whatever the predominant culture is, which is why they've been so focused on MAGA this last season. And then back when they made the Panderverse, that was the culture back then. But I'm still waiting. Put a flannel on their leg.
Against Ela Klein.
Okay.
Who else speaks this way unless you're trying to incite violence?
Yeah, can't believe they shocked Kaya.
Against someone specific without saying
I know,
their name.
right?
Something tells me that Hassan gets
Oh my God! They shot Kaya! You bastard!
Off on
There. That's the perfect segue into that.
Knowing his audience does this kind of extreme harassment and implicitly encourages it every time he gets. Keep the
Oh, it was bleeding? Okay, make sure you clean off the wound before putting Mandy bandages on.
this in mind. All of this happened because Ethan disagreed with 10% on a stance that Hassan has deemed as gospel.
Yes.
A lot of my audience wonders why I talk about Hassan Piker, even though my channel is dedicated to people like Chris Chan, Cyrax, DSP, and others. Well, for
because there's so much that you can talk about with regards to him, it's not even funny. Except it's very funny because he keeps crashing out in real time.
one, I do believe that Hassan is a genuine lolcow because he's constantly being milked so hard every day by other drama YouTubers. And
yes, and then the one that I look at the most is More Pegasus, and More Pegasus knows how to make it funny as hell.
And of course,
because this is this is a massive day for the unemployed. South Park said in that last season, South Park sucks now! Because it used to be just the boys. When is it going to be us again? Like, I know that they mention, like, in like a post that yes, they do want to go back to more traditional episodes. So yeah, hopefully when the next season 29 comes out, it'll be nice. How many just bashing South Park for daring to make one funny drama? I don't know how many. Yeah, but every time, yeah, Rhodey, that every time that guy pops up in any capacity in any video, I try to click on the little 3 dots and say not interested, yet somehow it still keeps popping up every now and then.
Asmongold. However, the other reason is because I believe when it comes to harmful influencers who radicalize their audience, there is no one worse or more damaging on the internet than Hassan Piker.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a video that
Willie Max Show's videos are really good though. Yes, the worst politics streamer. I confronted him. Biggest fraud in Twitch politics. Everyone is turning on Hassan. Personally, I prefer more Pegasus. It's misery. Yeah, that too. That's basically what it is. Yeah, but personally, I prefer more Pegasus just because I'm just used to it. Because welcome back to a series so sloppy that even your Joe subscribed.
Really analyzes Hassan's fan base or deranged orbit in this way, so I thought I would pick.
Of course, more Pegasus does talk about other streamer drama as well. I think recently there was something. I don't remember what it was, but you know what I mean.
However, don't worry. I am going to return to your regularly scheduled lolcow content next week with videos less serious and more fun. So, subscribe and stay tuned for that. And if you encounter a Hassan fan in the wild, stay away, because we all know there's an above 0 chance they would want you dead for your political opinions.
It wouldn't surprise me if there were members of the DDR community that overlapped with them. With this community, it would not surprise me one bit. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. At least in terms of the branch that I used to be part of. Speaking of which, actually, I'll mention it later. But yeah, we had a lot, and I mean a lot, to talk about with this video, and I'm so happy that this reaction turned out the way that it did. I'm gonna have a lot of fun clipping it tomorrow. I'm gonna clip it tomorrow, and I'm gonna look through every moment and see it and find all sorts of highlights, and I'm gonna do all sorts of fun. It's gonna be so. I'm gonna have a. You know what? You know what I will do? If you're watching this on YouTube, especially on Mobo, please use the hype button. Please use the hype button, because apparently it works well for anyone who's under 50,000 subs. So please do that for me. Thank you very much. So, yeah. All right. Yes, please. Yes, I know that you're usually asleep by this point, Jack. I'm so glad that you stuck around for that long. Thank you so much, Jack. Yeah, please, you've earned it. You've earned it for tonight, so go ahead and get your rest. The AI drama. I've seen a few things pop up about whatever DLSS5 is. I don't really know what it entails. I mean, we could look at that if you want. I've seen a few videos of it pop up in my recommendations, but we could probably look at a little bit of it. But first, well, actually, I'll show you in a moment. There's something that I wanted to show you real quick, Rhodey, but I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Alright, I'm back. Okay, I wanted to show you something in particular. If I can remember where I put it. I think it's this one. Oh yeah, so Jack, I went to play DDR last night. I already told Jackal and Brett about it earlier, but I wanted to show you because I know that you're very savvy when it comes to dance games like that, but I wanted to show you something that I consider as a personal milestone. Oh, you've been down in the dumps since yesterday? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Thankfully, we just got done looking at this video about the brainwashed cult of Hamas Piker. So, but we had I actually had a lot of fun with this reaction. So, I mean, if you don't want to talk about that guy, then yeah, that's that's your prerogative. But yeah, just partials. It's just part, but Digital Foundry is huge in the gaming tech. They made big mistake of singing praises for DLSS 5 too soon, and people hates it already. But yeah, oh yeah, Brody, I wanted to show you this. Why is it so big? Why did it have to appear so big? I wanted to show you. I got this score yesterday. This is my first level 18 AAA. I figured that since you're savvy to DDR that you would enjoy this. Lost your cat? Oh no, I'm so sorry. Here, everyone, I don't know what to do. I guess I'm sorry. Hopefully this will cheer you up a little bit. I got this yesterday. This is my first level 18 AAA, and of course it had to be Megalovania of all songs. I wanted to share it with Rhodey since I know that he's more familiar with it than anyone else. But I just wanted to share it because it's a major milestone for me. I mean, I wanted my first 18 AAA to be Max 360, but this... Of course, it had to be Sans Undertale because, yeah, no, I told my sister yesterday and she was all like, well, it's for the memes. So, yeah, but I'm so happy that I got it. I just wanted to just get it out of the way for Rhodey in particular. But yeah, so that's that. But either way, did you want to look at whatever the DLSS 5 shenanigans are? But yeah, hopefully your cat will come back. I mean, I remember I had, oh, thank you, Pinnacle. Yeah, it's my first 8, and there will be more where that came from. No, recently I've been on a roll. I finally found a decent enough routine that helps me play a little more consistently. But hopefully that consistency pays off, because I'm tired of not being able to play effectively day after day, so... But, wait, what was it? But yeah, hopefully your cat will come back, close. I remember, like, we had some cats before. There's this one cat we had that would disappear for, like, days on end. And my mom, and then the next time we would see her, my mom, I remember her saying, "Where have you been?" Because her, oh, the cat on your profile pic. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh no, I'm so sorry. 6270 points to perfection. That's not bad. Oh yeah, I have it. Oh, yes. It's actually a lot better than I thought it would be, yes. 4 greats. There was a specific part that I messed up. I mean, I already showed it earlier on stream. I could show it again, but I have seen a few of these pop up. But it's like, NVIDIA says you're completely wrong about DLSS 5 being slop. And apparently this is what it does. Take something that's supposed to look like this and then turn it into that. There's something, I can't tell if this is cursed or if it's blurst. It uses AI, yeah, and of course NVIDIA is all like, NVIDIA has been on the then of course RE5. I am not going to use this with when I get to RE9. I'm not going when I get to Resident Evil Requiem. We are not going to do it like that. We could look at Lessons in Internet Culture's video about it. DLSS 5 is goofy because you sure are. But yeah, I guess we can get the Cliff's Notes version of it from this guy. So let's see what it's about.
NVIDIA just released a showcase of its latest tech, DLSS 5, which promises to use AI upscaling in order to render lighting in real time.
Is that so?
Unfortunately,
that girl in RE9, I think they pasted Black Widow's face on. I don't really... What, with the DLSS, whatever the hell? Yeah, I don't know who this is, but...
Use AI
Don't tell me. I don't want to get spoiled. The yassifying, yes queen. We gotta up it with the artificial idiocy.
Scaling in order to render lighting in real time. Unfortunately, it also makes everything look very much like it has an AI
Okay, so here.
In real time.
Okay, so this is it with it off, and he doesn't look a day over 30. I remember someone at Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals was playing this. Everyone talking about how he's supposed to be in his 50s, yet he looks and acts like he's still in his 20s.
Unfortunately, it also makes everything look very much like it has an AI filter slapped over it.
You can tell. You can kind of tell. No.
Quickly move into the
AI and its consequences.
Uncanny Valley. The problem is that
this is crazy. Yes. Look at this. Low-key, I don't unironically pull. This looks like some joke mod. Some joke brain rot mod that you would do. And I would unironically use something like this. Just for the lulz. We need to play modded games on stream just for the lulz, but not right now. It's a bit too soon.
DLSS 5 basically removes any semblance of art direction.
Right.
Because video
this too. I see where they're going. I see where the memes are going with it.
Games are handcrafted to look a very specific way under very specific lighting.
Oh, good lord.
And shadow.
Oh my god, it's perfect.
Conditions, messing with that can make characters look completely different.
Yes, and then the tree without a face turns into the Deku tree. Sometimes your mom tells you something that you don't agree about. You say, no, no, no.
Or, instead of each
what is this?
Game having a distinct art style.
I mean, this looks very different compared to what it's supposed to be.
They all appear to be moving.
The memes. No, the memes are so good.
Way too quick.
Those memes are so fucking good. The Kratos one was chef's kiss.
Into the ultra-realistic graphics area. The thing is, every
DLSS is magic, and this proves it.
New iteration of DLSS has been more or less welcomed with open arms, as it actually helps generate frames in a way that is useful for gamers. The fact that DLSS 5 will instead generate lighting is a little bit boring.
Okay.
And as it turns out, is also extremely GPU intensive at this time.
I bet it is, so I'm probably not gonna do it. I don't care. I don't really care that much about the graphics of anything. I mean, yes, they can look really nice, and I can appreciate that, but I just want to be able to play my game.
As Digital Foundry notes that it requires two 5090 graphics cards simply to run. That is in no way affordable for the average user, so for the AI filter to become mainstream, it's definitely going to take a lot of time for consumer tech to catch up. As a result...
Yes. Oh, Lord have mercy. NVIDIA showing gamers this and calling it the future. The community's reaction is so on point. Yeah.
There is a ton of discourse surrounding whether or not DLSS 5 is a good idea. Should we be implementing something that basically tries to put an ultra-realistic shader over every game, effectively killing what original vibe and atmosphere it had? With the rise of artificial intelligence and the slop it poops out at an astounding rate, potentially putting artists out of work.
Thing is was Capcom even okay with this?
It's no small wonder that the gaming world has responded with annoyance.
Nobody wants nobody wants gaming to look like AI slop.
At NVIDIA's latest tech. Again, when AI was used just to increase frame rates with its previous iterations of DLSS, that actually made sense as a benefit.
Okay, so something like this is not as big of a deal since it's just something like that. Nobody asked for this. I'm pretty sure. No, I know that Nvidia has been like hasn't been doing too hot.
Fitted those with hardware limitations. Now that it's all about completely changing the look of a game in a way that seems uninspired and will take more computing power than before.
Yeah, I don't...
It seems like gamers aren't particularly...
Yeah, you're quite surprised that Nelson is the name. Someplace in New Zealand.
Happy. That's not to...
Oh, Lord. This will be graphics in 2013.
Say everyone hates those AI filters. However, it certainly does seem as if...
And how old is this meme?
Nvidia is doing this will be graphics in 2013.
Now watch someone try to make a Switch emulator and try and do it. I mean, there was one, but then Nintendo got to it. This feels like this will be game name graphics in 2014. No, we just saw this meme right here. I felt like I had to update the comic.
In short, DLS.
Oh no, the producers are for it, but the creative teams are not. Okay, I see. Yep. There you go, Pinnacle.
5 doesn't seem to be going quite the way Nvidia expected. As
of course they didn't.
Gamers are already frustrated enough by the fact that AI is raising the prices of computer parts and seeing an...
Yeah, the friggin' all of the GPUs, CPUs, whatever they're called. I don't know the technical terms for them. They're all skyrocketing because of all this. Yep, haven't been there yet, but
filters slapped onto their games under the guise of improvement is very frustrating. See you next time on Lessons in Internet Culture.
Okay, I guess we got what we needed to out of that. Well then, yeah, as if people didn't have enough of a reason to complain about AI slop. I see this other video by Lessons in Internet Culture called Stop Taking Peptides, which, I mean, I know what peptides are. They're like, I know what polypeptide, they're made of polypeptides and you eat it. Something, whatever the hell. I already forgot her name. The weather girl from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I forgot what you said. Something about polypeptide chains and you eat it with regards to the giant house made of jello. Or whatever the hell it was. But you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to look at. I mean, I do have this video, this little casual fun video. So if we're going to keep on going with gaming, there's this casual little video that we can react to by Zelda speedrunner Gymnast86 about how speedrunners found a new glitch in Twilight Princess. Because something you should know about the Twilight Princess speedruns is that compared to other Zelda speedruns, they're very long because there aren't too many sequence breaks. But I mean, the biggest ones are like early Master Sword. Like the biggest one, at least in the original versions, is like delicious polypeptides. Yeah, the biggest glitch and the biggest sequence break is the early Master Sword, which unfortunately in the HD Ryu version you can't do because they patched it. But there aren't too many sequence breaks in the game. But apparently, I want to see what's going on here. Complex vocabulary. Here we go. We're probably gonna get even more complex vocabulary. Watch this new, whatever this new glitch is, being float point perfect, because I know that's a thing in the Wind Waker speedrun. There are certain glitches in Wind Waker that are float point perfect, and I still don't even know what that means. I know frame perfect, but I don't know float point perfect.
A question that I still often see is, how do speedrunners find glitches?
Usually it's by accident. I usually ask this question all the time, like within like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. It's like, how do you find what's known as the infinite sword glitch, which is where you try to do what is known as a crouch stab, where you're using your shield, then you try to swing your sword and then interact with an object at the same time, and it causes the sword's hitbox to continue moving. And so they call it the infinite sword glitch because that's just how it works. And then it allows you to do things like bomb hovering, which are very, very useful in their respective speedruns.
It makes sense as a common question, since speedrunners...
Oh, is this the rupee slide that's like 2 hours long? Because the Twilight Princess low percent speedrun is infamous because you stare at rupees for 12 hours.
Typically aren't playing games the way most people expect. When you see a Twilight Princess speedrunner turn Link around 3 times, backflip against a wall, back hop away from it, do a quick spin, bring a pot over, drop the pot, break the
Oh, is this the new one?
pot to pick up a blue rupee, and roll through the wall they were just up against.
Oh, wait a minute. No. This is just the setup for... Oh, wait. Oh, is this the new one? No, because this is supposed to be a glitch known as Rupee Slide, which usually takes 12 hours. But apparently they found a way to make it better. People losing their collective lids with complex vocabulary like half button presses. Yes. ESS position. Otherwise known as extended super slide position. People use this for, I'm pretty sure they use this in general. That's the thing about speedrunners and glitches. Certain names, they're not exactly the best names, but they just stick around. Like the one in Breath of the Wild called BLSS, I don't remember what that stands for. Bullet bounce something something. But I know that Linkus 7 calls it Wiggle Bomb. How do you do a halfway? I don't know. I don't understand half of the things that speedrunners do.
You might.
I mean, I low-key want to attempt to speedrun certain games, but I don't know. It would take forever to learn.
I have some questions, such as, how did someone find this?
I mean, this glitch, the Rupee Slide already existed, but nobody knew how to make it consistent.
So,
I mean, recently, like within the past few months, or years, I think, there was this one glitch in Twilight Princess that was thought to be TAS-only called Claw Shot Actor Displacement that involves using the claw shot to move something around that allows you to clip out of bounds. For a long time, people thought that was TAS-only, or tool-assisted, but people have found RTA, or real-time attack setups for it. Although there are still certain ones that are... Although there are certain variations of that glitch that are still TAS only, like this one variation that you use in City in the Sky.
The person who did find that, let's go back and see exactly what led to its discovery.
Let's go.
This is how I discovered displacement clipping.
Oh, you found... Okay.
In Twilight Princess.
Displacement clipping. Let's go. And that's another thing. You have to know what clipping is, and you have to know what we mean by displacement. Oh no, this is
Our story begins when I was messing around near the Poe Gate in Arbiter's Grounds.
Yeah, normally the way it works is that you'd have to find all 4 Poes before this can be open, but apparently we found a way to clip past it now.
The way we did Poe Gates...
The question is, does this... Well, actually, it wouldn't work to get into Hyrule Castle early because there's no rupee.
At the time was pretty difficult, and I...
Oh, so we're just doing tests.
Didn't like it because I had skill issues with it.
Oh. Oh no. Okay, so there are ways to get there, just not consistently. Your left is getting sore, but you don't know why.
So I was hoping...
Is it your left leg, the one that you had to put the wrap around?
Hoping that I might be able to find a different, easier method to get past the gate. At one point, I noticed that if Wolflink was holding an object, it was possible to clip that object through a wall while it was being held by moving in a weird way.
Oh, I see that. You know about the... If you know about backrooms 100%, you know what clipping is. I don't know what that has to do with the backrooms, but I'll take your word for it.
I did this against the Poe Gate to see if anything would happen, and, well,
technically
nothing seemed out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
But when I moved over to the wall next to the gate, something wasn't quite right.
Oh.
It seemed like the object was trying to pull Wolf...
Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh, your ear is getting sore? I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix that.
Link into the small gap next to the...
Try like sometimes what I do when my ear gets like that is I try to pull on the lobe a little bit.
Gate, causing him to jitter in the corner.
Okay, so this is where it all starts.
So I messed around a little more in this corner and noticed that it was possible to walk halfway into the gate at a narrow range of angles.
Oh, man.
Wolflink isn't normally allowed to almost go through walls like this.
Right. I mean, there is one instance in the game where you can use Wolflink to clip past something. It's the one owl statue in Kakariko. Clip out of bounds of reality. Oh, so that's what you mean.
So whatever this interaction was felt...
Yeah, this reminds me of, like, yeah, the clipping past the owl statue in Kakariko Village.
Like it had potential. I recorded a video of this to share...
This is an interesting interaction next to the Poe Gate. If you pick up a small object as Wolflink and move it so that the small object goes into the space between the Poe Gate and the little side area, it looks like you're trying to pull Wolflink through it. At a specific angle, you could also run halfway into the gate.
For the Twilight Princess speedrunning Discord and see if anyone else had other ideas to try.
So we're trying to find a way to clip into like the way that the Door of Time and Ocarina of Time works. But that is easy to get past.
Played back one of the videos I recorded, there was something weird that I caught happening.
Let's see.
Did you see it?
What?
Let's watch that again and pause when the weird thing happens.
Oh, yeah? Oh, there we go.
This right here.
No, that's far enough to allow you to get around it, wouldn't it?
That's not a normal position for Wolf-Link to be at compared to a wall. And it reminded me of something that I'd seen before.
Ocarina of Time?
A few months before.
Oh, this is something else.
Before this, I was in
How the hell did you get that to happen?
the Temple of Time testing.
No, how did you get Uku in your arm? Like, I know that I know it's possible to have a floating heart piece on your head in Ocarina of Time, like when a speedrunner named ZFG was doing a category that he invented called Max % Child, where you get as many items as young Link as you can, but...
Different already known glitch called an Uku slide.
Okay, I didn't know about this glitch.
If you get Uku stuck to Link's hand and then pick up
a
pod, Link begins sliding due to Uku's collider pushing the pod, which then in turn pulls Link along with it, essentially creating a cycle of perpetual motion. While testing,
I've never seen this before. Is it even useful in the speedrun? I hiccuped at the same time I said that.
In this glitch, I ran into a situation where somehow Link would go into a wall for one frame and then immediately get pushed out on the next frame.
Okay, so this is where it comes in.
I thought this was strange, so I messed around with it a bit and eventually realized that if I called Midna on this frame, Link would stop moving and stay inside the wall.
Oh, okay, and so we can get past the door without having to go get the giant statue at the top.
However, Link...
Because that's how this dungeon normally works, is that you have to go to the very, very top, get the Dominion Rod, which is the main item, and then you use it to bring a giant statue back down.
Wasn't fully clipped through, as attempting to move would just push him back and down.
Okay.
At the time, I'd written this off as some weird quirk of Uku sliding. But if I'm noticing a similar behavior here in Arbiter's Grounds, that assumption is probably wrong. And sure enough, when
but I guess you couldn't really do that here. What's going on with... You see what's going on with the floating point? Rounding error gets accumulated. I'm glad we have a resident expert on the matter, because I don't know jack shit about the technicalities of how these glitches work. But unfortunately, you can't... Uku is on the other side of this, so you can't really use her to clip past it.
Called Midna on the frame Wolf-Link went into the wall, he also stopped moving and stayed there.
But if you move even just a little bit, he comes back in.
This meant that Uku sliding wasn't required, and whatever's happening here is more general than that.
Okay, then.
Since I knew that the wall I was almost clipping through was parallel to the game's Z-axis, I was curious if Link could have this specific X position anywhere along the wall. So I opened up a memory hacking tool, set Link's X position to that same value, and lo and behold, he just stood inside the wall, with zero resistance from the game's collision detection.
Okay.
Normally, if you try to edit Link's position to be inside a wall, he gets immediately pushed out. But that wasn't happening here. And if the game wasn't complaining about this position when I set it through hacking, would it be possible to just move to that position normally and not get pushed out? If it is possible, how would we achieve it? If we compare Link's normal position against the wall to this weird position inside the wall, we see that there's a difference of...
Yeah, I apologize if my avatar is in the way.
A little over 34 units, which means that this is how much we would have to move in a single frame to theoretically get to this position. But none of Link's regular movement options get him that much speed. So how would we move Link more than 34 units in one frame?
Like, I know that in Ocarina of Time, because that game runs at 20 FPS, it's actually very easy to like make setups for certain clips.
Well, I knew from previous experience...
Oh, and of course, Wind Waker is notorious for taking advantage of float values.
That if Link drops a heavy object from above his head, it tends to push him forward by a decent amount in one frame.
The infamous barrier skip.
but I didn't know exactly how much that amount was. So I picked up a pot, aligned Link's angle to be parallel with the x-axis, set his position on the x-axis to 0 so it would be easy to see the total displacement, went into first person to normalize his animation frame, and dropped.
I saw that I see the Y position is changing ever so slightly. Basically just decimal points, pay attention to what's going on in the decimals. Okay, I see.
Dropped the pot by pressing
Oh, and then he moves forward 72 point whatever the float is.
B so it would push him forward. And there we go. 72.7217 units along the x-axis in a single frame.
Okay.
I took this
Okay, so float values pertain to the
value, subtracted it from the position in the wall,
all
that we noted earlier, set Link's X position to this new value, tried dropping the pot again, and
and here we go.
Worked. No hacks, just extremely precise positioning.
Okay, but if he tries to do any movement, he gets clipped back in bounds.
Of course, we're still not through the wall,
Yeah.
as any attempt to move pushes us back in bounds.
Right.
But
I mean, in Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, you'd stay like halfway through the wall.
We're so close to being through the wall that I wondered if we could cross that last small distance with a technique known as a pickup slide.
Yes, and this was, yes, I've been calling it a rupee slide. You could also call it that, but...
Pickup slides are quite literally just picking up an item. During this animation, the game disables all horizontal collision checks.
Yeah.
It also has a bug that causes Human Link's position to oscillate back and forth. So if we pick up, say, a rupee...
Yeah, I know how this glitch works.
While we're displaced into a wall like this, can we fully clip through without getting pushed back in bounds?
The thing is that you'd have to have the right angle when you pick up the rupee. And then you just fall through rupee slide. Sounds like a dance. Yes, slide to the left. Ding. Slide to the right. Ding. I can't. I don't want to imitate the rupee sound effect. But yeah, he ends up falling through.
The answer
He did a rupee dive.
Was yes. The distance Link travels during this oscillation clears the wall almost instantly. That means,
and his Y position keeps getting lower.
As long as we have an item available,
do the rupee slide. Yes, let's go, everybody.
Somehow, we can clip through any vertical wall. Conveniently, this pot I was using for displacement drops a blue rupee.
Yeah, because the original version of Twilight Princess was notorious for whenever you picked up anything that was a blue rupee. If you turned off and turned back on the game and loaded a save file, every time you would pick up anything that is a blue rupee or higher, there would always be a text box that says, hey, you got this rupee. And the same thing happened with, whatever they were, like, materials in Skyward Sword.
So now, all I had to do was adjust my setup to use on the Poe Gate instead. The Poe Gate collision is conveniently also situated at a whole number, so I could just take the decimal portion of the previous wall I was in and apply it to the Poe Gate as well to see what Z position I would need to displace to.
Oh, we're doing derivatives now, because that's usually what that apostrophe means, but I don't think that's what's going on here.
There was still a problem, though. While I could displace Link into the wall by dropping the pot behind him, attempting to turn around so that I could
that happens.
break the pot would push Link back in bounds. This was because the pot was too close. And if Link touched the pot during his idle animation, the game would properly run all of its collision checks again and push him out of the wall like it was supposed to.
Alright.
I knew that I could get the pot to displace Link differently if I looked down in first person, as this tilts Link forward as well as the pot he's holding.
Does it?
By looking all the way down and then pulling out an item, I can make the pot displace Link backwards instead of forwards.
Oh, there we go.
And now, the pot is far enough away that Link's idle animation doesn't collide with it.
Okay.
Bingo.
Nice.
Or at least I thought that was bingo.
Okay, so there's still something that's getting in the way.
It turns out the position that I needed to be in for displacement from fully looking down wasn't possible to get to while holding the pot straight up, because the pot would push Link too far away from the wall.
Yeah. Probably just prime. Yeah. That's what I mean. I was just making a little joke about it being the derivative, but...
As we can see, the pot's collider has a larger radius than Link.
Okay, now we get to see what the hitboxes look like.
So we can't get close enough to the wall to make this setup work. So I adjusted the setup to include 2 see-up cancels.
Oh,
which is a technique that makes Link shift his viewing angle back towards horizontal by a consistent amount. This resulted in the pot displacing him further backwards, which meant he didn't need to stand as close to the wall. I finally had a position that I could actually get to while holding the pot above Link's head. Re-bingo. And with the pot now in front of Link, I could break it by shooting the claw shot and then use the Gale Boomerang to bring the rupee back. And as long as the camera was facing towards the gate when Link picked up the rupee, the pickup animation
and there we go.
Would send him through immediately. And just like that, we had our first use of this new technique.
Sweet. And now, basically, we can skip the pose.
A Pogate skip that's both faster...
But the only way to get out is to save and quit.
...and easier than the previous method.
Okay. I wasn't aware that there was even a new method. I saw that he was trying to use the finishing blow or whatever.
At this point, I shared the discovery in the Twilight Princess speedrunning Discord server, and immediately the community jumped in to try and figure out a consistent way to get the Z position shown in the video.
Yeah, because positioning, if it's that precise, it's more precise than frame perfect. As a fun fact, Twilight Princess, at least the original, does not run at a consistent 30 frames. It actually runs at like a 28 to 20, it runs anywhere between 28 to 29 frames per second, which has always been intriguing. He's free of his bindings.
In less than an hour, multiple people had figured out setups to consistently get Link into this Z position.
All right,
now,
let's go.
With the rest of the community armed with knowledge of this technique, testing immediately began to see if it could
yes, we have to do all sorts of shenanigans just to make it work.
Be applied in other useful places. Over the next 24 hours, several new applications of the technique were confirmed thanks to everyone's efforts.
He just falls.
Member
According to my math, a roll stab is 41 displacement, but I don't see how you wouldn't just clip right back out.
Frog also realized that it may be possible to clip using Link's roll stab animation, as even though it doesn't show up in Link's speed value, he gets displaced by about 36 units during one frame of a roll stab. Of course, Link keeps moving through the rest of the roll stab, and his sword clanks on any wall that it makes contact with. So even
now in the HD version, it doesn't really do that.
Though we could theoretically displace Link into a wall with that one frame, he would just get pushed out on the next one.
Yeah.
My immediate thought upon hearing this was to try and interrupt the roll stab animation by collecting the rupee on the same frame we displace into the wall. The item pickup animation likes to cancel whatever animation is currently playing so long as Link is grounded. So does that also happen with the roll stab animation? Turns out the answer was yes. And now, we could displacement clip through walls by roll stab.
Damn! No, so many different ways to do it. It's crazy.
On a specific frame of the animation. While this is useful knowledge, it's not very practical for real-time speedruns.
Oh yeah?
As making a normalized...
So it's just that, so is it too precise?
Setup for roll stabbing into a...
Oh, because you have to worry about the rupee despawning.
Rupee at the perfect distance away from a wall probably wouldn't be reasonable in most places. However,
that would seem very difficult.
Community member Spicy Juice then reminded...
If you get a displacement like this where there is a thin ceiling under the object you can go through without a rupee...
that there is actually a weird scenario where this roll stab displacement could be useful, even without a pickup item. Certain objects in Twilight Princess have weird behavior if you manage to clip inside them. For example, if you position Link to be inside this gate as it closes, he'll just fall through the floor.
Oh, I think I've seen this before.
If we look at the collision polygons for this gate, we can see that it has wall collision on its side and floor collision on its top, as we would expect. But it also has ceiling collision on its bottom.
Ooh.
And for objects like this, which have ceiling collision below them, the game prioritizes pushing Link below this ceiling over everything else.
I see.
This means that our current methods of displacement won't work because Link will just fall straight down.
Oh, I get it.
When he goes in. But with a roll stab, Link would have something the other methods of displacement don't offer. Forward momentum.
Yep.
And if Link has forward momentum when he goes off an edge, he jumps. So the idea here would be to displace Link into the object with a roll stab, have the game push him below the object due to the object's ceiling, and then get a jump forwards to go under the object's wall collision,
I get
allowing us to fully clip through.
That kind of, so that's very similar to how, like, the Door of Time in Ocarina works.
Trog tested out this idea on the Door of Time, and
not this Door of Time, but the one in
yeah, Link just kind of jumped under and through it with the roll stab displacement.
All right.
So now we have a technique that allows us to jump through objects which have ceiling collision below them with nothing more than a roll stab. This turns out to be useful in quite a few places. The Door of Time, most dungeon doors, this gate in City in the Sky, and many more can now be clipped through with a well-placed roll stab. There are some spots which don't have ceiling collision though, such as the Poe Gate in Arbiter's Grounds and the gate in the Stallard boss room. These still require an item pickup or some other way to temporarily disable collision for clipping.
Normally the way to get past this is through claw shot actor displacement.
So we won't be seeing any roll stabs through them based on our current knowledge.
Yeah.
To find the position where we'd need to stand for the roll stab method to work, we start by finding the exact distance Link moves forward during the roll stab animation to the frame where he moves around 36 units. When parallel with the x-axis and starting at a position of 0, we can see Link's position change by 538.1501 units on flat ground. Now, we find the specific range of positions that work for being displaced into a specific object.
That's a very tiny amount. Freaking, when you think about it, the decimals.
Link exactly our previous number away from that range.
Like if you need
and now we have the range we need to get to for our roll stab displacement clip.
Apologies if you can't see the numbers clearly.
To work. Thankfully, most objects we try to clip through
just know it's a very, very tiny range within the thousands.
Are set parallel to either the X or Z axis, so we only need to calculate our displacement in one dimension. But how will we make sure Link is standing in this precise range? It's so small that we...
No, I can... Actually, I can sort of see the difference. Here, let me move this out of the way. If you look closely, look closely here at the Master Sword's shadow, and then compare it to this. This one is slightly in front of this little white line, if you can see it, whereas this one is slightly behind it. And here, this shadow looks a little longer than the other one. So I can see the difference, although it is most certainly very minute.
Can't just eyeball it. We need a consistent...
But then again, he does sway back and forth in his idle animation.
Setup. Thankfully, community member MiniMini352 figured out a relatively simple setup that could be used to get exactly that distance away from an object. If we face exactly opposite the object, backflip into it, dry roll forward, turn around, move forward for exactly one frame out of first...
Oh my god, one frame.
...person view, and then slash Link's sword while holding target, Link is exactly the distance away we need.
Jeez, crease.
Mini figured this...
No, then people do this all the time. There's all sorts of setups that you need.
...setup out by modifying a different setup that Trog found for the gates in the Ice Block Puzzle Cave.
Oh, so we can even get to this early.
Trog's setup simply involved doing a roll and a targeted slash, and Trog found this setup by using a setup calculator tool
oh, no, you could tell.
That he originally made for Wind Waker and then ported over to Twilight Princess.
Nice.
When Mini tried this setup on the Door of Time, though, it was very slightly off the position necessary for a roll stab to work. But he knew from prior testing that doing one frame of movement out of the first-person view makes Link move by a very tiny amount.
Yeah. Sick as fuck setups. Yeah, no, these types of things happen all the time in Zelda games, and and pretty much, well, at least in all the 3D, at least in some of the older 3D Zeldas.
So he tried adding that into the setup, and it just happened to work out.
There we go.
Works for any actor we want to clip through with this technique, as long as the position we're trying to get to is below a certain absolute value.
Yeah.
At higher values, floating point in precision makes this setup not work. So for specific cases like clipping through this gate in City in the Sky, there's a slightly different setup that can be used to get to the proper range. Community member...
Okay, so each one requires its own unique setup.
Maddie also previously developed their own positional calculator tool that could be used to find setups given a starting point and ending range.
Good lord, all of this.
Considering that there are 84 different...
Link's moves, dry roll, jump attack, back flip, vertical slash, horizontal, diagonal, stab, roll stab, charged quick spin,
different ways to move,
jump attack, quick spin clockwise, and all of that.
An automated tool to check for possible combinations is much faster than trying everything manually. This tool figured out a much faster setup for the Pogate clip, which just involves a backflip, an Iron Boots back hop, and a quick spin to get into position.
Alright.
It also helped figure out potential setups for a new method of doing Stallard skip, where we can displace ourselves into the ending gate and then shoot the claw shot at a nearby Stall Trooper to fully clip through.
Yeah.
This works because the game completely disables collision checks while Link is being pulled by the claw shot.
Alright.
So now, Stallard skip is less punishing to fail, and
right, beforehand, you kind of had to do it with, like, a specific setup involving a bomb, and you have to do it, like, in a very precise way, but apparently this makes it easier.
And also doesn't require using an explosive.
Yeah, this was the old method that you had to use, but I mentioned this a few times. This Stallard skip was originally considered tasks only, but people were able to find consistent setups to do it in real time.
This method did. The discovery of displacement clipping also solved some previous mysteries that didn't have full explanations.
Yeah.
The way door of...
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you had to do it using... You already had to have gotten the Dominion Rod in order to do this. I remember this method in particular.
Time skip has been done all these years is actually a displacement clip.
Yeah.
Beforehand, we were just using a statue to displace Link into the wall because that's how it was first discovered.
But that requires you actually going all the way up to the top to get the Dominion Rod. The Dominion Rod is not... I mean, if you're doing like an all dungeons run or 100%, if you're doing an all dungeons run, then you would need it to do this. But I guess with this new displacement glitch, you don't even have to get the Dominion Rod.
But now that we know it's a displacement clip, we can simply use the general...
Or do... actually, we do still need the... I'm a dumbass. No, we need the Dominion Rod to beat the boss. Never mind then. Forget what I said about that.
Roll stab setup and pop on through.
Is it faster, though? Is the setup to do this faster than just using the little statue?
Displacement clipping also explains this random clip that Twilight Princess runner Adam encountered back in 2018.
Oh... I don't know about this. Oh! I don't think I've ever seen this one, though.
Excuse me?
My thoughts exactly. Well, now we know why it happened. Because the underneath the door, it's considered a ceiling.
What?
There are also some spots where we're hoping we can make use of displacement clips that unfortunately haven't yielded any results.
Oh, right. Here, in the first 3 days of the game, the forest temple's blocked off by explodable boulders, and then it's replaced with the spiderweb later. There are glitches where you can get Tails, Knuckles, and Amy into Emerald Coast. Right, yes, I know about those glitches too.
One trick that would be neat to have is Earliest Forest Temple. It's possible to clip through the rocks that block the entrance at the beginning of the game with a displacement clip.
Yeah.
But due to how big these rocks are, we can't make the jump all the way over to the other side.
Right, so we have to find a way to get to the other side
before we fall beneath them. We've also looked into whether we could clip through this wall at the beginning of Sacred Grove as Human Link.
Oh, yeah.
As this could open up the possibility of getting the Master Sword even earlier than we normally do in runs.
Right.
Unfortunately, this wall has a slope in front of it.
Oh.
So Link's speed...
The wall is also not perfectly vertical, which makes a displacement clip here pretty much impossible.
Speed gets reduced when going up the slope.
Okay, so it's not going to work in that
Full
case.
stab method not get us enough speed to displace Link into the wall.
It would be, I guess it would be better just to get it when we normally would. We would get it at the first Twilight section as Wolf Link.
There is another way to gain the necessary speed for a displacement clip, by targeting while holding an aiming item and alternating control stick positions to get some high speed values for a frame.
But normally you'd get, when you do early Master Sword, you usually get it before you get it. Well, actually, no, you could get the slingshot by then, but the any percent run doesn't really get the slingshot.
But unfortunately, nobody has been able to clip through this wall as of this video.
Alright.
But who knows?
You never know when a new discovery gets made on that front.
Maybe in the future we'll figure out clips for these spots as well.
It's like Lost Media. You never know when something will pop up. You got them into Twinkle Park. You can't finish them without any cheats, right? Because I know that's how it... That's how it works when you try to play as Eggman in City Escape, in order to get past that thing that Sonic normally rolls under, you have to shrink yourself.
Technically, we already can clip through these spots, but only with multi-hour-long pickup slides.
Right.
Too long to be worth it for the time that
90 minutes later.
Saved by doing these sequence breaks in the first place.
Right.
About a month after displacement clipping was discovered.
Oh, you could use that here too.
Community member Big Ben realized that Link actually gets enough displacement during 2 of his regular sword slash animations to displace into walls.
Really? So it just they just keep coming.
I guess we all just assumed that there was no way Link's slashes would go far enough in one frame, but he does in fact get displaced by about 34.5.
It's not as much as the roll, but it's still pretty much. You played as every character in City Escape, yes. No, Dr. Eggman, no, that one's perfect.
Units during a frame of his vertical slash animation, and about 36.3 units during a frame of his diagonal slash animation.
Oh, so each slash, well, how would you consistently get a diagonal slash?
This led to the biggest skip found so far with displacement clipping to be viable for speedruns.
Wait, what was
that? A way
that?
to leave Farron Woods early on the Wii version.
Of course, it's the Wii version that has it. No, no, there are so many like subtle differences between each of the versions. Well, I mean, some of them are bigger than others, but like the Wii U and GameCube versions both have the long jump attack, where you use the boomerang to do a long jump. So, but that doesn't exist on the Wii version because of the way that it works, because your Wii remote is the sword.
The GameCube version has been able to do Farron Escape for a
Oh, that's what it's for, right? You can only do this in the GameCube version. The Wii version, you couldn't do this.
long time using a boomerang long jump attack.
Okay.
But boomerang long jump attacks don't work on the Wii version, so there was no way to escape Farron Woods until now.
Okay.
Community member Muffin proved it was possible using a roll stab displacement clip with a blue rupee, followed by jumping on top of Koro's house to get fully out of bounds.
That's crazy.
However, the precision necessary to perform
and then you have to
this roll stab in a tight space made it TAS only.
Oh.
With the new
you play this Tikal in City Escape. Runs a lot faster.
Slash clip displacement method, though.
Okay, I see.
Community member Badamja was able to make a setup and perform the skip.
And this was on March 8th, so barely even 2 weeks ago.
In real time, proving that it was viable for speedruns.
Okay.
This means that the Wii speedrun will now only be a few minutes slower than the GameCube speedrun. As Farron Escape on Wii is estimated to save about 3 minutes.
Let's go.
Displacement clipping, unfortunately, is also not possible on the Wii U version of
I see.
As the basis for the technique existing at all lies in the GameCube and Wii version's use of the fast inverse square root algorithm.
The hell? I don't even know what that means. What the hell is a fast inverse square root algorithm? Isn't the inverse of a square root just squaring something?
To calculate the length.
In the same way that the inverse of an exponent is a logarithm?
Of a wall's normal vector.
I don't even know what the hell that even means. I need to repeat that.
Fast inverse square root algorithm to calculate the length of a wall's normal vector.
Okay. I know what a vector is, though. It's a quantity represented by an arrow that has both direction and magnitude. Oh, yeah!
The Wii U version doesn't use this, and as such, it's not susceptible to this exploit.
Okay, then. So, I still don't know what that means, but we'll accept it. We accept it.
Oh, yeah. Those are more
fast. Hello, inverse square root, my old friend. I still don't know what that. I thought the inverse of a square root was squaring.
More or less the broad strokes of how we got to our current knowledge of displacement clipping. A combination of trying random things, observing how the game behaves, sharing knowledge with each other, and building off what we each know.
There we go. I wish I knew more about this.
Also, no overstating how useful the tools we have for analyzing.
Yeah, they have there's an Ocarina of Time tool called GZ, something like that. Like speedrunners use it all the time when they're like finding setups and shit. And I guess the same thing applies here. I'd imagine that it applies to most games that can take advantage of such tools.
The game are, without being able to see and edit Link's exact position.
Try to grab onto the poles and any of the shooting characters. The game also freezes. Oh yeah. Oh, I know what you. Oh yeah, I saw that.
Understanding the conditions for displacement clipping never would have happened.
Can't wait for the FLDSM-TFR. I don't. Yes, like BLSS, which is that one that involves. Well, Linkus calls it the wiggle bomb, where you in Breath of the Wild you try to hold an item while also holding a bomb at the same time, and then you walk off an object and then you start floating in a direction. It's just programming black magic, doing a square root by shifting a bit and adding a magic number, and you suddenly do square root operation in 2 instructions. I still don't know what that means. It definitely sounds like black magic in the same way where I remember I was hanging out with my friends and I mentioned the 6 different types of quarks. The 6 different types of subatomic quarks, those being up, down, bottom, top, strange, and charmed. And when I told him about it, he said they sound like witchcraft, which strange and charmed definitely sound like witchcraft, but I don't know about up, down, bottom, top. Yeah, it has a minuscule floating point error, but whatevs. Okay. But I'm still trying to figure out whatever the technique FLDSM-DFR is, because that sounds like something that would happen in a speed run, because they're not very good at naming things. Like within Twilight Princess, there's a glitch called Back in Time, because it was originally discovered in the Arbiter's grounds by sinking in quicksand and resetting the game as you're about to void out, and then you end up voiding back in on the title, and you're able to play on the title screen. But and the reason they call it Back in Time is because when you do it like twice, when you hop off the ledge of you respawn on the Elden Bridge. If you void out as the splash screen pops up, then and reset it like twice, then you end up in back in Farron Woods when the Twilight is first cleared. Yeah, the little algorithm is what enabled 3D graphics and Quake with 1955's hardware. The discombobulator. Okay, so we're doing... Okay, I see. How much is left in this video, though?
So big thanks to everyone who helps make the various tools that we use for researching the game. You guys are the backbone to our understanding. Happy displacement clipping, everyone.
Let's go.
I'm Gymnast86, and thank you for watching.
Of course, man. Anytime. No, I'm so glad that we looked at this, damn. And then, yeah, be sure to check out him. Check out all the speed runs. This is so much fun. I had a lot of fun with this stream tonight. Holy shit, man. Okay, but it's 4:11, which means it's almost time for me to... It's about time for me to hit the hay soon. Oh my god, so much to... It's like so much to do, but so little time. All of the shit that we just talked about, I still have no idea what the hell... all the float points and square root points and sheep dogs and wolf dogs and coyotes. So, yeah. FLDS. The discombobulator, yes. Florida MDFR. So is it like... Don't make me look this up, please. Oh my god. No, I'm gonna look this up. Oh, it's the Fliddifer from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Yeah, like hell I'm going to remember what that is. I just know they call it the Fliddifer. Oh my god. Fliddifer. Yes, the... Yes, I can't believe I didn't know. I was like, wait, what the hell? No, I was like, no, I had to look that up, and I was like, okay, I don't know what this is. And it's like, it's the food-making device from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Good lord, because Fit Lockwood! The fuck you doing, motherfucker? No, because his chest hairs are tinkling. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, I had so much fun tonight. This is not even funny. It is probably because I drank a lot. I drank more than enough water. I've been more consistently hydrated as of lately. Granted, streaming has always kind of made me thirsty, but, you know. Oh, Lord have mercy. What a night. I'm just saying, what a night. Oh, what a night. Late December back in 63. It was such a time for me. Oh, sweet surrender, what a night. I remember we sang that when I was in 6th grade. Now for the meatball song. Oh, no. I don't know. I wouldn't know. The horseshoe theory of fun. Let's go. Have a good night. Yep. Yeah. This Friday, we'll be stomping on arrows, and hopefully I'll be able to do some shit. I played a few other 18s, and there were some 18s that I unlocked yesterday, and they were actually easy compared to some other 18s. I was worried about them being terribly difficult, but they weren't. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for watching. Oh, Pinnacle, I hope that you find your cat. Everyone get your praises in the chat. To hope that we find his cat. Chat for the cat. So yeah, hopefully you'll find them. Like, if they're anything like one of my cats, I remember I mentioned this earlier, one of my cats would go out for days, and then she'd come back, and then my mom notices that she's all disheveled and is all like, what the hell have you been doing? And so it's like, so yeah. So hopefully he come back. Thank you so much, Glock. It's always nice to have. It's always nice. Okay, Rhodey, keep your hands where I can see them. All right, but yeah, everyone keep an eye out for Pinnacle's cat. That's all I can say. But I'll be back on Friday for some arrow stomping. Yes, exactly what Rhodey said. Chat for the cat. And we'll make sure that he's doing bobbing its head to a Turkish man playing the drums while singing the scat of Finnish folk song, like that. So everyone, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Chat for cat.